Yo, 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 what is up, my dudes? Welcome in. Yes. It is I, Killathan J. Jacobs, King of the Rats. What is up, everybody? How we doing? Welcome to Scream Night, talking a little bit about Scream 7 tonight. That's what we do. I sound like I'm a news anchor. Hello, Scream 7 tonight. Welcome. I'm your host, Jake Tyler. Josh Idle is with us. What's up, Josh? The answer is no. Can Scream 7 be salvaged? Absolutely not. But orgasm face. I don't. Shit, Josh. You must be really excited for Scream 7. I'm kidding. Messing with you. No. I mean, I feel you, dude. I feel the pain and suffering us Scream fans are currently going through. It blows, man. A lot of what's happened does suck. It looks like we got a reboot ahead of us. Lighting Ghost has been a YouTube member though, so there we go. We got some positive stuff out there. Lighting Ghost, thank you so much for your support here on YouTube. Lighting Ghost has been around for a very long time supporting this channel, and I greatly appreciate it, my dude. Thank you for being here. Means a lot. Sean Sheridan's also throwing in a euro. Is that what that is? Symbols are, don't really work up in this brain. But Sean, thank you for the support nonetheless, man. Appreciate you. Thanks for being here, dog. RJ Skorenki is saying, yes, Scream 7 can be salvaged. It's Scream, for crying out loud. It's gotta be good. I mean, what I'll say is I have felt this way about franchises before, but then I was sorely disappointed by new entries. So you never know. I mean, me personally, I believe there is no bad Scream. I love all 6 of them. I think they're all very fun. They all bring something to the table that maybe another one doesn't. Like, Scream 3 gets shit on a lot, but a lot of people love this one. A lot of people love Scream 3. It's almost like a scary movie in terms of being so goofy and out there. It's definitely different from the other 5 movies out there. So maybe it can be good. Maybe this can be a blast, just like all the other movies out there. You gotta hope, right? We gotta hope as horror fans. And the other thing too is these are just current updates we're talking about. The film may not come out until 2025. Who knows where it's gonna be then? Maybe it's with another company. Maybe it's anything can happen. Right now we're still in the anything can happen phase of this movie, so I'm not completely like it's a lost cause, but I'm very negative on the situation at the moment, though, is what I will say. Garrett Peck, thanks for being a channel member, my dude, is saying the Scream 7 they were going to make can't be salvaged. Yeah, most likely. Whatever it was going to be, most likely not happening. That's gone due to politics. If a 7th is made, it will be a cash grab. I only want it made if the quality of the series is maintained. I'm with you, Garrett. Spitting some facts right there about Scream 7. I'm so worried that this is inevitable. Like Scream 7 just becomes this cash grab that it's like, hey, we got the name Scream, we can make a movie, we can make money. Cool. Doesn't matter what it is, people will check it out because unfortunately that is a little true. If a Scream 7 comes out and, they didn't put any effort into it, I'm still gonna see it. I'm telling you that right now. I gotta know. It's one of my favorite franchises. If it sucks then, which will blow. I hope that doesn't happen, but I know people will still come, even if even if we do the whole let's boycott Scream thing, people are still gonna check it out, I promise. Villain Killin' Dylan is saying Scream 7 can definitely be saved, but will it? Dun dun dun. Probably, but when? I hope now. I hope it's fixed right now. But you never know. The Queen is in the house. What is up, Sarah? How's it going? Welcome in. Thanks for being here, my friend. Appreciate you. Thanks for being a channel member as well. TJ Sanders. Oh boy, here we go. Oh yeah. Thanks for being here, TJ. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for hanging. My viewpoint is about halfway between RJ and Garrett Peck. That's really funny. Yeah, RJ and Garrett do have some differing views, but that's what we love, right? We don't want to hear just the same thing over and over again. If I just came on here and I was like, Scream 7 sucks, and then I closed the live stream, would that have been worth your time? No, of course not. So we love to hear everyone's side of this argument. I think that's what's fantastic about this, what everyone's take is on it. Some people are just excited to have a new Scream film, and that's totally valid if that's your opinion. If you're like, you know what, we're getting Scream 7, that's pretty cool. We weren't getting Scream 7 a year ago. Now we are. Hell yeah, all the power to you, my friend. Bobby's with us as well. What's up, Bobby? How's it going? Jack, I'm watching this tomorrow at work. Say hi to me in the future. Hello, future Bobby. I hope you have an excellent Tuesday at work. Is it still Tuesday in the future? Has the world ended? Are the aliens taking over now, Bobby? Tell us. Warn us. Give us something here. Dear God. Thanks for being here, Bobby. I appreciate you, man. Or I guess you're not here. In that case, what the fuck? No, I'm kidding. Good luck at work. Thanks for being here, my friend. Appreciate you. HMG loves God. Yo, what's up, dog? How's it going, HMG? Welcome in. Yo, yo, yo. Ashley is here with us too. Happy Monday. You know, you got to make Mondays happy because they suck otherwise. I like the energy, Ashley. Keep up the positivity. Keep it up. Yeah. I love it. I love it. Thanks for being a channel member as well. Same to you, Jason Carpenter, saying, what's up, Jake? I hope everyone is having a decent Monday evening. Jason, you know, that's just not positive enough, my friend. I don't want a decent Monday. I want a happy one. Nah, I'm fucking with you, Jason. Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate you. Bobby's still seeing the movie and still in the live chat. You're kind of a liar, Bobby. I don't know what to tell you. It sounds like you are hanging out with us tonight, and you just don't want to admit it. I don't know what's up with that. Myers Twixter is saying they need to sell the rights to the people, to the right people, and it can easily be saved. I agree. In the right hands, Scream can be fantastic. I really enjoyed 5 and 6. I think that's largely in part due to the fact that Radio Silence was involved. Fantastic directing team. Very excited to see what they do next. I'm scared for this next one though, because even with good creatives behind a film, Scream fans know this especially. Even with good creatives behind a film, it can still suck due to studio interference. So I think the right studio is absolutely a big factor in that, Myers Twixter. You make a great point, my friend. So thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Appreciate you. Julie's with us as well. Hey, how's it going? Little smiley face there. Thanks for being here, Julie. I appreciate the happiness. Yes, we need some positivity in these dark times. Ghostface95 is saying I had really good ideas about what could happen. Heck, I even made a little plot synopsis thing on it, but the spyglass going kamikaze on Scream 7 threw all my ideas and theories out the window. Ghostface95, how do you think I feel, my dude? I had like so many videos ready to go. I have this whiteboard over here that you can't see that I just write whenever I have an idea, I write it down and then I start doing the research. Sometimes I do the research. It ends up not going anywhere. I'm like, oh, that actually doesn't work. I have had plenty of theories where I'm like, nope, that makes no sense. I've only ever posted one that I felt I didn't actually agree with. I've only ever done that once, and I won't do it again. I won't say which one, though. Please watch my videos. Bill Cartwright is here, too. What's up, Bill? Saying, hey, Jake, how was your weekend? Fantastic. I got to catch up on some movies that are in theaters right now. I finally saw Hunger Games, which was phenomenal. Why is no one talking about this? I don't know. I think the new Hunger Games might be my favorite of all of them. If you like those movies, watch it. It's a phenomenal it's just a phenomenal backstory on a character. Super simple story. Nothing super crazy about it, but I loved it. Like, I was like, shit, this is excellent. I think some of the other Hunger Games movies get a little too big for their britches, if that makes sense. But I still love all of them. I think that they're all still very fun, but I loved this one so much. Oh my God. Tip is in the house, Toxic Icon Podcast. What's up, dog? You got a new episode out with I Like Scary. That's fucking awesome. We love Brandon around here. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Check it out. And you know, I hate to be this asshole, but check out my episode too. Ooh, I did an episode with them as well. Pretty badass. I bet Brandon's episode is cool too. Check out both if you're hanging out with us tonight. Make it happen. Jordan Talks Films, what's up? Hey, yo, bruh. How's it going? How's it going, dog? What's up? Welcome in. Appreciate you for being here. LSUC United, whose real name is Sean. Hello, Sean. How you doing? Hello, Jake. Big fan from the UK. My name is Sean. Some people get my name wrong. Well, I'm so sorry. I will never get it wrong again. I'll remember LSUC. The S stands for Sean. It probably doesn't, but you know what? That's how I'm going to remember it, Sean. Thanks for being here, dog. Appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Talking a little Scream. Ugh. Ashley S. almost fell asleep during The Exorcist Believer. I never want to see that movie again. Whew. Oh, man, what a movie. You know, my buddies are watching it. And I think it's really funny. They get mad at me whenever like a new horror movie comes out and it's like just not up to par with things that with other things that come out. My buddy Darjan, love him to death. He called me and he's like, "What the fuck, dude?" I'm like, "What? Did I do something? What's wrong?" He's like, "Exorcist Believer was awful, man." Like, he's talking to me like I directed it or some shit. I'm like, "What do you want from me, dog? I'm sorry. You chose to watch it. I don't know what you want, man." But I just thought that was really funny. I'm kind of with you though. I've seen it twice now. I have no reason to watch it again. I really don't. I've gotten everything that I could possibly gotten from that film. I don't know. Didn't do it for me. Just didn't do it for me. Watch the original. That's what I'll say. Denisha Lane. What's up, Denisha? How's it going? Welcome to the stream, my dude. Welcome in. Scream 7 possibly could only be salvaged if they shift focus on Kirby Reed. Maybe. Huge maybe. I don't think that's a maybe at all. I think that would totally work. A lot of people love to see Hayden Panettiere back for Scream 6. why not make her the focus, you know? I mean, that's absolutely in the cards as of right now. If the rumors are to be believed, Sydney Prescott and Gale Weathers have both said no. But once again, rumors. Want to make that so crystal clear. God, not a lot of YouTubers like to make that crystal clear, but god damn it, rumors, baby. We don't know that for sure. But it's a rumor that I will say I do lean towards believing, just because everything going on with the Scream shit behind the scenes just seems very negative. So I don't know if Courtney Cox, I keep saying Sydney Prescott, Nev Campbell, any of these people would sign on for another movie. But Hayden Panettiere, we don't really know much about. There's not a whole lot of rumors circulating about her. Or Patrick Dempsey for that matter, which once again, possibilities, man. I'm still leaning towards the reboot route, which is what they'll probably do. I know that's not exactly music to everyone's ears, but it's the most likely scenario, as much as none of us want to hear that. Darkness Madness, what's up, dog? Daddy Jake is back. Hell yeah. What's up, fam? Or son, I guess I should say. Welcome in. Some weird role play, but welcome in, dog. Perry Moberg, hello, hello. What's up, what's up? Thanks for being a Killjoy Cult member. I appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, Perry. We'd love to see it. Tip is also worried about Scream 7 being a cash grab. That would not be good. Can it be salvaged, though? Do you think it can be? Can it end up being something good? Can we find something positive, a silver lining from Scream 7? I'm curious what everyone else has to say about that. Twilight Sparkle Fan 2006, what's up? TSF 2006. I've lost all hope for Scream 7. I genuinely want Spyglass to lose the rights and another company to get the rights and make the movie it was originally planned. You know, I mean, anything can happen. Once again, I'm not saying that this is a likely scenario. I'm not saying that it's impossible. But I don't know, man. I think it could happen. I still think it could be good. You gotta hope, right? You gotta hope. I'm gonna stay hopeful for it, but it's hard to disagree with this Twilight Sparkle fan. I'm scared. I'm a scared little guy. HMG Loves God is saying, yo, Jake, do you work out? I do. I've been working out like a lot lately, which has been nice. I'm actually getting back in shape, losing the Jamie weight, as I like to call it. If you guys have not seen, I did a Scream fan film last year, which I put on a bunch of weight for, about 15 pounds, and I'm slowly getting rid of it, but I can still see remnants of it in this little dad bod I got going on here. But working on it, making it happen, getting rid of it. I might be preparing for another role where I have to look not like Jamie. So, so I'm working out, getting in shape again. I'm going to have my shirt off a lot in the next thing I do, but that's all I'm going to say. Ooh, that's fun. That's a fun little thing there. Shockwave Edits is saying your favorite Transformer is back to talk about a franchise that's in some hot water right now. You know, ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot of fun and diverse people out in the chat tonight, and I just want to say that I love that. We have Transformers, we've had ghosts, we've had scarecrows in the chat before, as well as celebrities like Melissa Pereira and Jenna Ortega have come in the chat before, and it definitely wasn't just people using those pictures as their profile picture. Definitely not at all. I'm so glad to have a Transformer in here. Some representation from the Transformer people. Fantastic. Very good stuff. Autobot or Decepticon? That's what I'm curious about. Thanks for being here, Shockwave Edits. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Fort Misery Gaming is saying, sorry, Jake, I missed your first 5 minutes. What was the latest news for Scream 7? Well, unfortunately, there hasn't been any news. There's just been the shitstorm we got. People are claiming some rumors are true. I promise you they're not. But what I will say is that the truth in a lot of these rumors is that whatever Scream 7 was going to be, it's no longer that. It's going to be something else. It's going to be a reboot. I promise you it's not going to... I promise you we weren't going to fucking LA. That's ludicrous to me. I don't know. I don't think that... I think whatever Scream 7 is going to be, it's just not going to be that picturesque finale that a lot of us thought it was going to be at one point. It's definitely not going to be that now. It's going to be some kind of reboot is what I'm leaning towards. But none of this is confirmed. Again, it's speculation. But we're here for a therapy session more than anything. A Scream therapy session of hopefully being able to overcome this trauma of basically having the franchise just wiped clean. Everyone's jumping ship. Guy Busick's gone. You know what I mean? Like all these random people are off the project. And it's a scary time. It's a really scary time. The future is very uncertain at this time. And most people, it's just left up to speculation as to what happens next. Scary shit, man. Ooh, I don't know if I like it or not. Scott Royston's with us. What's up, Scott? How's it going? Thanks for being here, my friend. Thanks for your support as well. I really do appreciate you. Thank you. Melissa is with us too, saying, hey, Jake. What's up, Melissa? Hey. Welcome in. And also Sarah Campbell, we appreciate the hell out of you, Sarah, is talking about some of my other channels. So check out the second page, Killjoy Jake 2. I'll be a little more active on there this week. I got a brand new content strategy I worked all weekend on. So as we get horror news, you're going to see little videos pop up over there. Not as intricate as what I do on here, but any kind of horror news, it's going to start going over there, more or less. On this page is going to be a lot more just focused on slasher movie updates. It seems like that's the biggest thing. Like, Killjoy Jake videos from now on are going to be slasher movie updates and, like, just reviews on all horror films that release in theaters, essentially. That's going to be my content plan moving forward. I'll get over this very quickly. I've put so much work into some of the video essays on this page that unfortunately just don't get views. And it makes me sad. I know some people really like them, but it's just doesn't work. I don't know. People just are not clicking on them. You know, I spent a whole week on that Godzilla vs. Kong video that I posted on Friday. I spent over a week working on that, and it got like 400 views. So gonna be focusing a lot more on just slasher movie updates, reviews on movies, and the second page is where you'll see a lot of the weirder stuff I want to talk about. And then I also have a new channel called Just Jake Tyler. I'm gonna be posting on there next year. I have also a little content plan for that as well. Kind of went over that with some of my confidants this weekend. I got a whole new plan moving into 2024 that I'm very excited to start getting into. So anyways, let's keep talking. Let's keep moving on. What else do we got? Scott saying, hey everyone, how's the Killjoy people? It's got some smiley things that are only coming up as text for me. But that's wonderful, Scott. How is everyone doing? How we doing tonight? How we feeling about Scream? Leave it in the chat for me and we'll get to it, I promise. Jordan is saying, sup, Jake, pray for me. My first 90 days in my new career is up, and I'm up for a review and my boss. Oh, shit. I'm hoping for a nice raise, man, at least $1. Hell yeah, dog. I'm excited and nervous. They better give you that dollar raise, Jordan. It sounds like you've been working hard for him for 90 fucking days. You better get it. I'm going to strangle someone if you don't, frankly. No, I'm kidding. Totally a joke. Totally, please don't get me in trouble. I'm joking. But Jordan, I hope you get it. Best of wishes to you. Nothing but positivity coming from old Jake here. Get it, dog. Get that shit. Grind it up, move to the top. Kevin Ramos. What's up, Kevin? How's it going, man? Do you think Smile 2 will be in Halloween because it releases on October of next year? Oh, will it take place around Halloween is kind of what you're saying. That actually makes a lot of sense. That would be cool. What I will say about Smile 2, though, is I imagine it'll take place right where we left off. Because we're kind of on a cliffhanger if you think about it. Like, we're kind of like right in the middle of a story that really hasn't ended. I won't say any more for people who haven't seen it. People get real mad at me when I spoil movies, even when they're over a year old. But still, check it out. Watch it. It's on Paramount Plus. Really good movie. Or buy it. Buy the physical media of it. Buy physical media, people. Smile 2, though, I do believe is going to pick up where we left off. I think a certain character from that movie will be our focal point. I won't say who, but a certain someone that is familiar with horror movies. You might know who I'm talking about. But yes, 100%. I do think we're picking up right there. Could it lead into Halloween at some point? Absolutely. Why not? Julie's also talking about the Lethal Collective. We have just revamped that channel. In case you're unaware, you might not even know what I'm talking about. I do a channel with some of my buddies called Lethal Collective. We are currently talking about conspiracy theories and a bunch of unknown, unsolved cases and crazy bullshit over there. So if you want to hear us guys, me, the Night Watch Zone, Fate Decided, and Craving Something Scary, talk about some weird-ass topics that we don't usually talk about on our own pages, go ahead and subscribe to the Lethal Collective. We just did one today on aliens, and it was a lot of fun. Let's check it out. Mario, with a bunch of stuff after that. Mario, what's up, dog? I have a feeling the Ghostface mask is going to be a lot more creepy than it was in Scream 6, I think you mean. I'm down for a reinvention of the Ghostface mask. This is something a lot of people don't talk about regarding Scream 6. I mean, here's the thing. Did they just pull a Halloween 2018 on us and just show us an old, movie version of a decomposed mask? Yes, but it's different. And that's really, Screams 5 and 6 are really the first times we've seen other kinds of Ghostface masks. Scream 4 was supposed to do this. I don't know if anyone knows about this out here, but during the barn sequence, there was supposed to be like a scarecrow Ghostface mask when Gale gets attacked and all that. So they had already been planning on doing this since like Scream 4, but Scream 5 was technically the first time we saw like a different kind of mask in these movies. I mean, that's arguable once again. Technically, Ghostface, the actual killer, doesn't wear one of those until Scream 6, but we do get Metalface Ghostface, played by Matthew Lillard in Scream 5. So that's pretty fucking cool, right? I'm hoping for this, Mario, though. I'm hoping we get another mask in Scream 7 that's something different and relevant to whoever the killer is. Maybe it could be like a clue. That could be kind of fun. Aquakinesis with a badass 8-bit looking Jaws. Wow, that's really cool, dude. I love that profile picture. I just hope that if Scream 7 is made, it doesn't taint Wes Craven's legacy. There's not too many movies that I feel like taint a legacy. Like, I wouldn't even say, I'm really not crazy about the new Star Wars movies. They don't move any sort of needle for me at all. But I wouldn't say they taint the legacy of the original movies. I think if you're going to go so far as to do something like that, you got to do something that retcons a bunch of crazy bullshit. So as long as Scream 7 doesn't do that and they like try to retcon stuff from the original, then, if it just sucks, whatever. But like, I'll get pissy if they start saying shit like, well, actually, Billy Loomis was a good guy. They try to defend him or something. Something like that. I'm just making this up off the top of my head, but I hope they don't go that far. I really hope they don't go that far, Aquakinesis. But what I will say is I personally believe worst case scenario, it just ends up being a cash grab that's just not thought out a whole lot, and it just ends up being like a 3 out of 10 movie. That to me is the worst case, which I don't think taints legacy. It ruins this, the streak we've gotten of Scream movies where it's like 6 pretty awesome movies and then 7 just like, ugh, man. Like, do I hate the original Exorcist now because of The Exorcist Believer? No. That one comes close though. Ooh, that one comes real close to tainting legacy, but even then, I'm still like, I love the original Exorcist. I love it. It's great. That movie kind of fucks with that original story a little bit in ways that I genuinely disagree with. But hey, man, it can exist. Whatever. People can love The Exorcist Believer. I personally, it's not canon to me, but if you want it to be canon, fuck yeah. That's what I say. Gabe is with us tonight. What's up, dog? Saying, KJJ, what's up? I love Scream, but it's hard to believe that this has happened. It really is. It's an unfortunate situation. Can it be salvaged, though, Gabe? Do you think that Scream 7 can come back? I want to hear all your hits, your notes on what the fuck is going on with the situation. Can we push it forward? Can we make this thing happen? I think, anything's possible, especially at these very early stages of development of a film. We've essentially restarted right after the firing of Melissa Barrera. Jenna Ortega didn't come back because of disagreement with her contract or whatever, if you believe that. What I do believe is that we're starting from the ground up again, meaning anything's possible moving into this next thing. What if, James Vanderbilt writes a script that's way better than 5 and 6? What happens then, I don't know. I'm just ready for whatever it's going to be, and we'll talk about it when we get it. But I'm very open to any possibility coming around for for this next movie. I want it to be good. It sucks that it's probably going to come from Spyglass, but at the end of the day, I want a good Scream movie more than anything. Rotting Prince, what's up, dog? Howdy, hey. Rotting Prince makes some fucking awesome art. Look at that profile picture. This person drew it. We love it. We love to see it. What's up? Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Appreciate the heck out of you, dog. Yurdy G and the gang are asking, am I going to Horror Hound? I sure as hell hope so. Would love to go to Horror Hound again. That was so much fun earlier this year. Would love to go do it again next year. Oh my God, I had a blast. I met so many of you wonderful people too. It was a great time. Seriously, I want to go to 100 more horror conventions. I'm strictly saving my money for horror conventions, moving forward. A house? Who needs it? Fuck that. Horror conventions, baby. Sarah Campbell's gifting some Killjoy Jake memberships left and right. Oh my God, Sarah, you're on fire. We love it. We love to see it. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you, Sarah. Thanks for the support. Denisha got it, and Julie. What are the odds? Oh, no way. That's awesome. Oh my God, that's crazy. Some nutty odds right there. We love to see it. But well, congratulations, both Julie and Denisha. Welcome to the cult, or back to the cult for Denisha. Welcome in, welcome in. I'll have a new review of It's a Wonderful Knife up on the page this week. I worked on it a little bit today, so you'll see it. I have some very complex thoughts about this film, so I'm excited to hear what everyone else has to say about it. The football player, 8196. What's up, football guy? Or gal? I don't know who this is. What's up, dog? I love your channel, but I got you. I love your channel, but I still hope Scream 7 is going to be good. Hell yeah, dog. Me too. I hope it's going to be good too. You gotta hope for the best, even if that's a seemingly impossible possibility, man. That's how we got to make it look like, right? Scott is saying you do not need to lose weight. You're skinny. Trust me, I'm not. If I stood up just a little more, you would know that I got this dad bod going on here. But I'm playing a character who's almost emaciated too, so I got to go Christian Bale bullshit on all this and and lose all this. I gotta stop. It's gotta stop with the sugar, man. This is my second cup of coffee, and here we go. This is black coffee, though. I will say that. A little better for you to drink black coffee. Shirtless Jake. Oh yeah, you're gonna see me shirtless in a whole bunch of things. I like getting shirtless. What can I say? Charlotte Gore is saying, hey Jake, been a while. Welcome in, Charlotte. Appreciate you. Thanks for stopping in. Hope you are good. I'm very happy and can't sleep as Saw 11 has just been what? Hang the fuck on. No way. Because I know they were in talks of doing Saw 11, right? Did that really just? Oh my god, yeah. Whoa, this is 100% true. Saw 11 just got like officially announced. Okay, that's from October 12th. I thought that said December 12th. I got all excited. Never mind. Maybe not. Saw 11. Okay, there has not. So I know that this was announced like back in October that they were talking about like, hey, we're thinking about doing this. We're thinking about making it after Saw X was successful. I don't see any official confirmation on that yet, but it's probably going to happen. You're most likely correct. Yes, Saw 11 will happen. I can't remember if we got like a 100% on that or not. But shit, that's really exciting, Charlotte. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Damn. Crazy. Saw 11. I hope it happens. I hope we get a movie where it was kind of like the last one, but it focuses on Hoffman a little more. John and Hoffman's relationship in a stage where we didn't know they were working together. That would be fun. Just like with this last movie, it's kind of the same thing. Tara is with us. What's up, dog? How you doing? Welcome to the stream, Tara. How do you think people will die in Terrifier 3? Brutally. And, with intestines and shit coming out of them. I hope. You can only hope, right? If I had to guess for some of the kills, some of the people who I think are going to be in the film based off of the most recent update, I do believe there's going to be a shower death sequence. As of right now, we got 2 characters announced who are said to be in a shower scene together. They're going to be like dating in the movie. I think Art the Clown's coming in there and ripping them to shreds. I had someone post a comment on that video, though, because I also have a theory that Jonathan is going to go evil in this next movie. And someone was saying, oh, what if Jonathan, like, this is how he loses his mind. He kills his college roommate, who is this character I'm talking about, and his girlfriend. I'm like, ooh, oh, that's a really good idea. I need to respond to that comment because I got to say, dude, can I use that for a theory video? That's fantastic. So I do believe that's a kill I believe is going to happen at some point. So these characters are not long for this world, especially after their description of Cole as this like cool douchey frat bro. Like, what's up, man? You want to hit the gym and drink some White Claws at the party later, dog? Maybe hit on some chicks? Guy's fucking dead, bro. And his girlfriend like is described as kind of annoying and like a little over the top. I'm like, man, both these characters are done for. I don't know. These are meat bags. Lambs for the slaughter, as they say. Electric Pumpkin rocking this badass retro PFP. I love it, dog. What's up? It's been a long time since I've been here. Well, thanks for being here, Electric Pumpkin. Appreciate you. I love the profile picture. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Leave me your screamy thoughts in the chat below. Or Terrifier thoughts, whatever. Or as Old School is saying, news on Nightmare on Elm Street. There's been I'm pretty much to sum up the last couple of years of Nightmare on Elm Street requel updates is there's been constant rumblings that something is happening behind the scenes. They're trying to make something happen. We've even had Robert Englund say, guys, I'm too old to play the character. I'm just not going to come back and play Freddy. I'm sorry. In his words specifically, the man said he was too old and thick. And I don't think I'll ever forget that quote because I think it's very funny. Like, he could have just said, I'm too old, guys. But no, he specifically said, I'm too thick to play Freddy these days. And I respect it, man. Let the man be old and thick, okay? Look, I love him. We love Robert Englund. And I hope that he's chilling in essentially retirement, Thank you for all the Freddy performances we've gotten. They're fantastic. I just watched Nightmare on Elm Street again recently. Fantastic movie. Okay, everyone's saying Saw 11 just got announced. Am I missing something? I swear to God, I'm just not seeing it. Maybe it's like it just dropped. Like it's like so fresh, it's not even coming up in my search results. I looked up Saw 11, I'm not seeing anything. Y'all, I think y'all are crazy. I'm gonna be honest. No, I'm so kidding. I'm gonna look into this later though. I see more people talking about it. Life of Fonz is saying, Jake, You are going to be a success. You're going to be successful on YouTube. Thank you. I appreciate it. I believe in you, brother. You got the X factor. Love you, bro. Keep killing it. Thank you, dog. Life of Fonz, that really means a lot to me right now. Shit's crazy. You know, this has been a tough month for Jake so far. Lots of videos not doing the numbers that I was hoping they would do. So hopefully we get it moving though and make it happen. I really do appreciate all your guys' support in the meantime. Keeping the shit and the dream alive. Just like Scott Royston here, gifted 5 Killjoy Jake memberships. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate the hell out of you, man. Thank you so much for your support. Scott, Sarah, Gina, too. All you guys are always supporting this page, and I really do appreciate it. My Chunky Jordy saying, love this channel. Thank you. We love you. All of us. All of me. Just the one person who runs this page. I appreciate you. So Ethan's saying Saw 11 just got announced. Is this like on Bloody Disgusting or something? Y'all gotta hit me with this. Holy fuck. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to Bloody Disgusting's page. We're gonna pull this up right now. I don't care. You guys are like, I'm here for Scream news, bro. I respect it. But guys, Saw 11 just got announced. Come on, this is really exciting. Saw 11, this has been announced. I'm just crazy and it just didn't come up in my search results. Jigsaw's game continues on September 27th of 2024. Holy shit, guys. This is actually huge. No way. It comes as no surprise that Lionsgate is moving forward with the next installment, Saw 11, Saw XI, which has been dated for September 27th, a couple days after my birthday, 2024. Almost exactly 1 year from the latest film's release. Yeah, very close, actually. Oh my God. Dude, tagline is just the game continues. Oh, Saw posted this on their X account. Okay, that's how we know about this. Dope. Oh my God, that's really exciting, guys. Shit. No director has been announced yet, but it's a safe assumption that Kevin Grudert will return. This is most likely, without a doubt. Tobin Bell, likely Shawnee Smith as Amanda. And if we learned anything from the ending of Saw X, yeah, most likely Hoffman will be back and will have a bigger role than the last time. So you guys are right. Saw 11 has been announced. I always get skeptical, when people come into the chat and they're like, dude, this just happened. But you guys are 100% right. So exciting. There will be a video on this tomorrow, I promise. A whole ass video. I already have so many things to talk about regarding Saw 11. So new video tomorrow on that. Check it out. Holy shit, this is exciting. My live stream tomorrow, I'm gonna make it Saw focused as well. So we'll be talking Saw tomorrow if that's something you're excited for. Oh shit, man, I love it. I love getting news on my favorite franchises. So exciting stuff. Jacob Myers is here with us as well, saying, Jake, this may not be slasher related. That's all good. But have you played Slender: The Arrival? It's a sequel to is that the original Slender Man game, the 8 pages? And it's getting a sequel called S Lost Chapters, which comes out in 2024. I have played the original Slender Man game, if that's what you're referring to with the 8 pages. I'm going to be honest, this is one I played a long time ago. I loved it. It was really fun. Very simple game. You're just walking around the woods with a flashlight and you just got to avoid Slender Man. But it's a really fun little scary game. You never know when he's going to pop out, It's kind of like Five Nights at Freddy's in the sense that it's very simple, but it's also just very fun. I love it so much. So I'll check this out. I will check this out for sure. I want to start a gaming channel at some point. I need an editor, baseline. If someone wants to edit for free for me, I will give you so much hugs and love. But unfortunately, that's all I can offer up at this very moment. Bread is with us tonight. What's up, Bread? How's it going? Thanks for being here, Bread. We really undervalue you as a society, but we wouldn't have sandwiches without bread. We wouldn't have beer without bread. We wouldn't have a lot of good things without you, Bread. So thanks for being here, man. I hope the scary movie franchises nabs up all of the cast that left Scream 7 and creates the greatest movie of all time. Just ripping on Scream 7. That's fucking hilarious. Not only is Bread essential, but Bread is also hilarious. And we love to see it, Bread. Good stuff. No, honestly, that's fucking great. Like, why not? Why not make that movie? A lot of people have been asking, Jake, if we don't get Scream 7, will you do another fan film? And my answer to that is absolutely yes. Are you kidding me? If Scream 7 gets outright canceled, I'm gonna drop everything I'm working on and make another fan film. I'm so serious. If they're just yeah, no, we're not doing it. I will make a fan film, and I promise you the commentary will be about Scream 7 in some capacity. So, because man, there's so much to say with that, and Scream is such a good medium to express these things. Fuck yeah. Oh my God, yeah, that would be so much fun. But this is a very good idea, Brett. I love this. Let's just shit on the production side of Scream 7 with Scary Movie 6, essentially. I'd be so into that. I'm not crazy about some of these parody movies. I think some of them just don't. They just don't do it for me. Some of the offshoots or whatever, but that's pretty fucking funny. You know, there's a purpose there. There's a target to make fun of here that I think a lot of us can get behind. That's very funny. Fort Misery Gaming is saying, do you think for the Thanksgiving franchise it will have a new cast and story, or will they make the killers somehow survive and come back? Okay, Fort Misery Gaming, great question, because I've been saying for a long time now, no, I think it's going to be like the same cast, new killer and all that. I saw the movie again last night. I completely disagree with that take now. I'm like, nope, I was completely wrong. I watched that ending so closely, like as close as I could, every little detail. Patrick Dempsey is spoilers. Someone is alive. A lot of the characters are alive, I think, and they're coming back. That's what I'm going to say. After watching it closer, I'm like, oh yeah, no, that's totally what they're doing. I don't even think it's going to be a murder mystery. Hot take. I think it's like we're just going to be rolling off of what happens in the first movie. We're just going to move into that next one. That's my thinking, at least as of right now. But see it in the theaters. It's still out there. Check it out. Pretty good movie. Amy is saying, I'm back with a new Adult Swim profile picture. Amy is always coming in with these badass profile pictures. We love to see it. I don't think I've seen this one. It's Icelandic something, some pill bottles or something. I have not seen this one, Amy. Oh my God, I got to do my research. I thought I had seen all of them, but I guess I haven't seen this one. Ooh, exciting stuff. Amy, thanks for being here, my friend. Thank you. Shay Rance, what's up, dog? Welcome in. Hey, Jake, the release date for Saw 11 just got released. I saw it, my friend. Oh, well, I'll have a big video on this tomorrow. I'm very excited. It was leaked that this will still be a prequel, so I'm hoping for more John Kramer and Amanda. I think based off of Saw X, which it's been long enough if you haven't seen it, I'm sorry, I'm spoiling it. Mark Hoffman will be a big focus of the next one. I think Amanda will most likely come back as well, but I think a focus of the film will be John and oh my God, Hoffman's relationship. Words, my brain's not working. But yes, I feel like that's got to be the focus. That's kind of where I'm at right now. We have Gashead also asking about this. Saw's official Instagram just posted a new post for Saw 11. What was your opinion on Saw X? I loved it. I would love to hear your opinion and thoughts for the future of the franchise. Well, just kind of I basically told you my thoughts and opinions on the future of the franchise. I feel like it's going to be a prequel again, but a sequel to Saw X in some way, shape, or form. But in terms of Saw X, I loved it. It's one of my favorite Saw movies. It's not it's not number one. I think a little bit of recency bias when I did my review, but I loved it. I still think it's great. It's my number 3. It's my number 3 from the whole Saw franchise. Love it. I think it's a great and super necessary story to tell, which was something I was worried about, right? We were all going into that movie like Saw 10. Come on, like when does this stop? Is there more story that needs to be told? I don't know. That movie gave me a big reason for more story to be happening in the time period when John Kramer was alive. So I say bring it on. Bring on Saw 11. Bring on Saw 12. If you can keep making these movies and you can keep giving me reasons to tell stories in this universe, I'm down for it. I don't know. I loved Saw X. I'm so excited to see what they do next. Something I will say though, and something I'm going to include in my video tomorrow, which I actually have not mentioned yet. Josh Stolberg, the writer of the previous film and the previous 3 Saw movies, has said he's not going to come back for Saw 11. He wants to do something else. He posted that on Twitter recently. So if I had to assume, if I had to guess, Saw 11 will most likely be done by a different writer, but the same director. I think Kevin Grudert is going to direct this one again, but I think someone else is going to be behind the scenes writing it all. And that I don't know. Does that make me sad? Not really. Like, I think Josh Stolberg's, he's a very good writer. I liked the last 2 Saw movies he wrote. I wasn't crazy about Jigsaw, but what I will say is I hope that whatever he does next, I wish him nothing but good luck. He seems like a great guy. He posts some very positive things on his Twitter page, which I appreciate. And I think, in terms of consistency, that's the only thing I'm worried about, is that whoever this next writer is might not write a similar story to Saw X, even though it will kind of feel like a continuation, right? They kind of tease that at the end of Saw X, that whatever comes next will be a continuation of this plot line that also happens at the same time as like 1, 2, and 3, or in between, in the cracks, as they say. So for me, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. That might be something that might not work. It might not feel consistent between 2 films, but I hope so. I'm keeping my hopes up. Lighting Ghost throwing $2 out there. Saw 11 just made official. You're right. You are correct. Thank you for the $2, man. I really do appreciate it. I'm hyped. I'm so hyped for Saw 11. Lighting Ghost. This is going to be very fun. Very, very excited for it, man. Thank you for your support, though. I really do appreciate that. Thanks for the $2. Gina's throwing another Killjoy Jake membership out there. Let's fucking go. I wish I had like a burr, 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 or something, some sound effects in the background. Gina, I really appreciate it though. Thank you. The support tonight, really do appreciate all you guys. Thank you. Ooh is saying can't join the stream today, but have a good day. Thanks, Ooh. Appreciate you. We'll be live tomorrow talking some Saw 11. Ooh, I'm excited for it. It's gonna be fun. Infinite Sky is asking, would you spend an entire night in the house from Skinamarink if I paid you $1 million? Those kids made it longer than one night, presumably. Maybe it was one night. A full 24 hours, I think I could do it. Just play with some Legos with some crazy demon or something. Yeah, I can make it do. I can make do. Give me $1 million. Let's run it. Let's run it. Let's make that happen. HMG Loves God is saying, yo, Jake, what do you think about in 7? It says 6 weeks later, Gail in the hospital. She gets a call, and the caller says Dewey, and Ghostface attacks her and finally kills her. That'd be a tough way to start the movie. I think with killing any of the legacy characters at this point, a lot of the fans are very attached to these characters. When Dewey died, it was very upsetting, but thankfully there was a good reason for him to die in that movie. If there wasn't, though, I wonder what the consequences would be. Like what if they kill Gale at the beginning just for shock value and then everyone's kind of pissed? Like, I just personally am not crazy about killing people for shock value, but if you want to kill someone that's important to the franchise, like Gale Weathers or Sydney, it's got to move the story forward at this point, I think. Because, like, dude, here's what I want to compare it to. Terminator Dark Fate. The beginning of that movie, it came out like years and years ago. I don't know. If you haven't seen it at this point, trust me, you're not missing much. It starts off, they kill John Connor. Like, just off the bat, that's it. Like, he's gone. I'm just like, what? I was immediately checked out of the movie. Like, I love Terminator 2. It is one of my favorite action movies of all time, if not number one on my list. And they just went and killed John. Like, what? No. Like, sorry. I was checked out of that movie from the first 5 minutes. I was like, no, there's nothing this movie can do to win me back at this point. And I just feel like this would be the same thing with most fans. I'm sure some fans would love the shock and be like, whoa, this is something different. But I'm going to say majority of hardcore Scream fans would be pretty upset with an opening like this, especially if it didn't really serve the plot. If this was just for like a jump scare, you know what I mean? Like just a shock, like a big shock at the beginning to get your attention and say we're doing something different. I feel like most Scream fans would say that's not a good enough reason to kill Gale Weathers. But what I say is that if she would have died in Scream 6 in order to push the plot forward, I wouldn't have been against that, especially where it was placed in the movie. I just don't think you can do something like that in the opening scene. Like later on into the film, you can have your emotional death, but it's got to play into something like that, right? It's got to be more than shock value. I personally think, at least. But, once again, you can't think about writing a script with other people's intentions in mind. If it works in your head while you're writing the script, maybe it does work, and then you can show it to other people, see what they say. So you can't limit yourself in the writer's room, but you should take notes from other people. What I personally do is I just write. I have an outline. I write shit. I make it happen. I show it to 10 people. If they all have the same complaints, I cut that thing out of it. That's my personal philosophy with writing. But I think at the point where the genesis of it, when you're actually just typing it out, you can't think about outside influences. You got to just be in this brain. What does this brain want to see on the screen? And then show it to other people. And if 10 people all come back and they all have the same note and they all say, I don't think Gale Weathers should have died in that scene, Jake, then you change it. But only if, right? Only if that's where you think it should go. Gamer2K plays. Hi. What's up, dog? How's it going? Welcome in. Appreciate you. Captain Relic, the Brass Dragon. We have a dragon in the chat tonight, too, ladies and gentlemen. Very diverse crowd. I love it. Saying, TBH, I'm boycotting Scream 7 and waiting for it to hit streaming. What the studio did, firing that actor, was not okay. Okay, we're not going to get into that, but I do. You know what? I respect it, man. If you're gonna protest it, if you're not gonna see the movie, nothing but respect. What I will say is, I'm just not going to talk about that on here. I'm not going to get into the politics of it. I'll talk about like how this is very bad for the fictional story going on. I'm just not. Listen, I got a platform with 21,000 people. That's not a lot. Like, some people might be like, oh, whoa, no way, Jake, fantastic. No, it's 21,000 people is not a lot. There are people with like 3-4 million people that they can talk to their platform and maybe make a difference. But what am I gonna do? Like, what if I say stuff? I'm just gonna turn some people away, and that's gonna suck. I can't make a difference with the platform I have right now, so I'm just not going to. I'm just not gonna touch that until maybe I can. That would be cool, but that would be badass if I could do that. But I also just feel like, posts on social media, I don't know if that's gonna help or not. I would wish it did. I would hope it did. I would hope that there was some way I could aid and make the world a better place, but. That seems it seems like a hard thing to grasp in my current situation. Bean Rouge. Like Moulin Rouge? Is that what you're saying? Bean Rouge? I like it. Hey, newer fan, I was wondering if you've ever heard of Hatchetfield or Halloween Horror Nights. Halloween Horror Nights I have been to a few times. Love it. Love it so much. I actually know I've only been to it once now that I think about it. I've been to multiple haunted houses though. I went to Halloween Horror Nights last year, not this previous season that we just got a couple of months ago. Fantastic. So much fun. That was when they did the Michael Myers house. Oh, perfect recreation of that movie. Loved it. The other thing I'll say too is I love haunted houses. I got to go to a bunch of them just this past October. I can't remember the name of the one in Kentucky, but I got to go to one like right outside of Louisville, Kentucky, or Lexington, Kentucky, I mean. That was fantastic. Oh, it was called Wicked World. Wicked World. I recommend Wicked World. Fantastic. So much fun. They have like this zombie one. Ooh, so cool. But Hatchetfield, no, I have not heard of that one, but Halloween Horror Nights, if you can do it, little expensive. By a little, I mean a lot. Very fun though, nonetheless. James River CFC Reviews is saying, heard they want Mindy and Chad back for 7, just a rumor, just to clarify. How on earth they can be there in the film minus Tara and Sam is beyond me. Yeah, this is a rumor, my friend. I don't think it's likely. Something else I will say is that both Jasmine Savoy Brown and Mason Gooding have unfollowed Spyglass over on their Instagram pages. So I don't think it's happening. I personally don't think there's any truth to that one. Just like how I don't think. Well, once again, all speculation. Nothing's confirmed, but I don't think they're going to come back. That wouldn't make sense, right? Like, just there's so many things about that wouldn't make any sense. Like, why would they be there after forming this unit with Tara and Sam in the previous film? They're the core 4. Now they're the core 2. It's just the twins. That makes no sense to me. And that would be so glaring for people who just watched the previous film, which is going to be a lot of the people who see the next movie. So I don't think they're going to be in the next one, is what I'll say. What else is up? Gabriel is with us tonight. What's up? Jake and Ho? That sounds vaguely offensive. No, I'm kidding. Thanks for being here, Gabriel. I appreciate that. Is the I Know What You Did Last Summer reboot a thing still? So it was announced. Jennifer Love Hewitt most recently said that she would love to come back for a technical third film, right? We have a third movie, but not really. I mean, it's probably happening. It's just kind of, slowly figuring itself out. Probably still in some early stages of figuring out what the fuck is going on with this. Maybe pre-production from the director. I remember the director being the other person that was involved with Thor: Love and Thunder. So take that how you will. But whatever it ends up being, I hope it's good. The last 2 entries in this franchise were just not fantastic. And no, I'm not talking about I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. Actually, a pretty good movie in my opinion. I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer and that Amazon series from a couple of years ago. Whew, not crazy about either of those things personally, but maybe this next thing can turn the tables, tell us another story about our characters from the first 2 movies. That would be cool. I'd be very into it. What else do we got going on here? Who else is hanging out with us? Jake, Scream is your favorite horror movie. It's one of my favorite horror franchises, what I'll say. Absolutely. The Scream franchise, I think, is so consistent. 1 through 6, I love, and you gotta respect that. I gotta say, like, my favorite horror movies are definitely some, like, sci-fi horror. That's definitely just my weird niche of, like, my absolute number 1 favorites. But I love Scream, and I respect the hell out of it. I think without Scream, I don't even know what the fuck horror would look like right now. I love Scream. If I could do anything to it, just to make it crazier, I would just love like two big things. Some crazier kills, which thankfully the newer entries have lended itself to. We've gotten some better kills in the last couple of movies. And I just like more of a focus on the Ghostface. Like Ghostface is one of the most interesting killers that they just don't really want to dive into in some of the movies. Like, don't get me wrong, I love that Scream focuses on the main characters a lot. But man, like the Ghostfaces always end up being some of the most interesting parts of most of the movies. Like especially 4, especially 1, especially 5, and 6 is arguable, but especially 1, 4, and 5, the ghost faces are like my favorite part. Like, it's like, this is so interesting. What? You're killing people for this reason? Holy shit. And I just kind of wish we got more of that somehow. I don't even know how I would pose that solution besides, telling a movie from the ghost face's perspective. But like, I don't know. I really love the Ghostface killer. I think he's such an interesting, I think most of them are very interesting and have such great motives. That's like, whoa, this is scary to be killing people for such a either mundane or like just out of nowhere, out of pocket reason. I love the reveals in these movies when they start talking about why they're doing it. It's like listening to a Batman villain have this evil speech. It's like, ooh, this is fun. Okay. That's why I'm obsessed with Saw so much. It's basically like, here's this Batman supervillain that is just on a fucking real, like not realistic, but closer to reality tirade versus something that Lex Luthor would do in an animated movie. You know what I mean? Like, I just love that. I love that we're getting, I love movies like that focus on a villain. And why they're doing what they're doing, because I think there's an argument to be made. I don't necessarily agree with this, that like John Kramer from Saw is right. I don't agree with that. I don't think he's right. I think he's a hypocrite. But I think it's really interesting that there's that discussion there. Like that's what I love. I don't like just watching a movie and being like, okay, that was it, let's leave the theater. My favorite part of movies is the shit that it makes you think about. And it's like, whoa, that's really interesting. The Saw movies pose that question in every single one. I don't know. I think that's what's so cool about them. And one of my biggest draws to the Scream franchise is the fact that there's these killers that have these weird fucked up reasons to be doing what they're doing. And it's kind of like, whoa, that's so, I could talk about that for hours. Jill is killing people because she wants fame. And there's so many clues running through that movie that give you the idea that that's what's going on. I love it. I don't know. I could talk about that for hours. It's great stuff. Casey Tibbs. What's up, Casey? How's it going? Hey, friend. Yo, yo, yo. Welcome in, welcome in. I see a lot of people talking about my coffee intake. So some people are like, it'll stunt your growth. Dude, I'm 6'3". I know you probably don't believe that, but I really am 6'3". I could shrink a little bit. I'll be okay. I'm kind of drinking coffee. It's Tia Maria, which is a coffee liqueur mixed with Bailey's. Ooh, okay. And you're making it, and it's cream based. It's called a baby Guinness in England. Try it out. That sounds delicious. Gina, fuck yeah. Okay. I'll fuck around with some of that. Everyone's talking about Saw 11. Oh, we were talking about that. Don't worry. I'm hyped. Next September, October is going to be way better than this past October. Dude, listen, I hate being this guy. I really do. But man, I have covered now 4 Octobers from the past 4 years. And 2023 is without a doubt the least exciting October I think we've ever had as horror fans that I've covered. In 4 years, once again, just looking at the last 4 years, man, like there was just so many misses this October. And that's spooky season, baby. This is when we're supposed to be getting the craziest of the crazy with horror movies. Nearly every release in October, I don't know, was just kind of disappointing to me. It was crazy. It's a crazy month. November was more exciting for horror movies, for me at least. I don't know. It was a weird year, a weird year to say the least. Oh man, I'm going to butcher that. I'm so sorry. Kieran? I'm committed to that. Kieran, what's up, dog? Maybe Kieran. Can't wait for I Know What You Did Last Summer reboot. I'm excited for it too, man. Hopefully Jennifer Love Hewitt comes back. We would love to see her kill it. That would be awesome. I don't really know where the story would go next. I mean, you'd kind of have to do something like what they did in I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. Maybe a similar concept, but just nowadays, they're, characters are dealing with different things. They're older. A lot you can do with it. There's still a lot you can do with that. Myers, oh no, this is not unrelated at all. I need Richard Brake in some horror movies. Could you see Richard Brake being a ghost face though? That'd be pretty cool. He's the creepy janitor in one of these movies or something. Bam! Just comes back. And he's all spooky like. It was me the whole time. Richard Brake was eerie and barbarian. Oh, couldn't recommend that movie more. Loved it. One of my favorites from the 2020s so far. Gangster Bro is with us too, saying, Jake, how would you feel if there was a Ghostface so deadly, so cunning that Sydney had to ally with a lesser Ghostface to beat him? That's kind of what I was pitching for Scream 7 before it got canceled. I was saying, like, dude, that'd be so cool if, like Sam goes Ghostface or something and she has to, Sydney and her have to team up or fight or whatever. It's like kind of a betrayal. That was kind of my pitch for 7. I'm like, that would have been really fun. So yeah, I would be totally down for that. Once again, something that I hope they set up, but badass nonetheless. Requiem IGC, what's up, dog? How's it going? Saying they said if they get to Saw 12, it will continue Hoffman after Saw 3D and conclude his story. You don't even know how badly I would love to see this story. Like, you know what? I don't care. I'll pitch this opinion. It's coming from the heart because I really do mean this. I unapologetically love Saw 3D. Is it a good movie? No, but I love it. Oh my God, I fucking love it. Dude, I think, I don't know, Saw 3D is like just balls to the wall, fuck it. Anything can happen in this movie, we're gonna do it. And I don't know, I really do enjoy it every time I watch it. It's definitely, lower on the list for Saw movies. I'm not saying this is like top 5 or something, but I really enjoy Saw 3D. The only Saw film I'm just not crazy about is Jigsaw. I really love all of them. I think this is a very consistent franchise. That's just, it's like watching a soap opera, really, but with traps that viciously murder people. It's fantastic. It's the drama's over the top. The kills are always consistently great in all 10 of the movies. I don't have much complaint. I don't know. I really love the style of melodrama that they got in these movies too. I don't know. I really fuck with it. Tara is saying, what are your top 5 favorite characters in Terrifier 2? This is an unpopular opinion. Well, my bottom 3 are probably unpopular opinions, but of course, Sienna's number 1. You gotta love her. She's fantastic. Art the Clown, number 2, maybe. I'm rooting for Sienna. I gotta be honest. I think she's a great final girl. They have a lot to do with her in the next film for sure. But she is the start of an excellent final girl, in my opinion. I really like the way she's written. Very excited to see where she goes next. Jonathan would probably be number 3. And like 4 and 5 would probably be the mom at number 4. I think she's a well-written, angry mom. I gotta be honest. Well-written, angry mom who kind of has a bit of heart that you see right at the end before, well, what happens to her happens. And then probably Brooke after that. I think Brooke is a really interesting character that gets a gnarly death. But Brooke also has a lot of shades to her. I really like that they wrote this mean girl, but she also is a little sympathetic. And, she's dealing with some weird problems with her boyfriend that you get to see a bit. There's a lot more to her than just the mean girl. And I like that they wrote more on top of that character opposed to just, I'm angry and I'm going to drug my friend because that's a fun thing to do. There's more to her than just the irresponsible mean girl that you see on screen, and I appreciate that. Every scene kind of adds something to Brooke. Same with the mom. I feel like you learn a lot about the mom as the movie progresses. She's a widow. She's having a tough time dealing with raising her children on her own. There's a lot. I don't know. A lot of people shit on that movie. They're like, oh, it's just about the gore. Characters aren't written very well. I disagree, man. The more I watch that movie, the more I'm like, this is badass how they wrote this one. I love it. It's one of my favorite slashes of all time. I'd put it on the top 10 list without a doubt. Casey Tibbs, thanks for the $2, my friend. I appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Thank you, Casey. Thanks for hanging out with us. Dylan, VKD, saying, hey, Jake, remember my favorite Tubi original film, Unhealer? A sequel is now confirmed, and I lost my mind. Fuck yeah. I'm losing my mind, too. This is crazy. I still need to watch this, Dylan. I'm so sorry I haven't checked it out yet. Jake's been busy. I gotta look into this. Okay, and we're getting a sequel, so, I mean, it's got some fans. It's got some fans behind it if it's getting a sequel. It's exciting. Unhealer. I'm going to check that out. Was that a 2023 release? I'm curious. That'd be exciting. That'd be really exciting stuff. Gerardo, yes. We saw the Saw post. I'll be talking about it tomorrow. I'll have a new video, a new live stream. We'll be talking all day about it tomorrow. Saw Tuesday, baby. You got to love it. Very good stuff. Cosmic Urgency is saying Scream 7 can be salvaged if they get rid of James Vanderbilt. Ooh, not a fan of James Vanderbilt. He's not my favorite writer, I'll say that, but I appreciate what he did with the last 2 films. It's fun stuff. I don't know, me personally, I enjoyed it. I will say, just having a single writer on a project usually results in something better. Usually, not all the time, but sometimes. So you never know. Seems like Guy Busick is no longer in the picture. So I don't know who. Here's a question: Who would you want to write a Scream film, assuming that Kevin Williamson is unavailable? Because I think he's kind of done. I feel like he's kind of done with the franchise. He's done what he wanted to do, and that's about it. But who else besides like Kevin Williamson, of course? Who else would you want to see write a film? I'm curious. Casey Tibbs has been a member for 2 months. 2 months, let's go, Casey. Thank you for your support. I really do appreciate it. This, I know a lot of people say, oh man, like holy shit. Jake's doing good. I promise you, I'm not. I'm really not. That means a lot that you guys support my little page like this. So thank you so much, Casey. Everyone else who's a channel member, does really mean a lot to me. Thank you. And VKD is saying if you do a gamer channel, you should play Elder Scrolls games. I love Skyrim. I used to play it so much back in the day. My buddy's a huge on Skyrim too. I would love to play. I would love to play that. It'd be fun. I'm getting into Dead by Daylight right now. That's been like my biggest thing. I love Dead by Daylight. I know I'd be playing a lot of that. That's been like my favorite. Oh, it's been very fun. Very fun playing that the last couple of months. Hollywood Guy's been a member for 6 months. Holy shit. Half a year, dog. Thanks for being here. Appreciate the support, Hollywood Guy. Saying, so how do you save the Scream franchise since you asked? How I personally would do it is and listen, consider all things considered, right? We have a lot of things going on in this current situation. I would personally go the reboot route, which, you know, if this was a better situation, I would have everyone come back and make an actual sequel to Scream 7. I would go the reboot route, and I would be very specific with who I cast. You know, all things considered, most likely we're not getting the same people coming back. But what I would do is I would cast people that younger people who I know are popular right now. A few people that come to mind are like Sophie Thatcher, Ayo Edebiri, who is so underrated and no one talks about her. She's so funny. And my God, like, listen, I love Jasmine Savoy Brown, but if I could cast Mindy Meeks Martin myself, it would be her. She's fantastic. I'm trying to think who else. Fuck. I'm thinking about the bear now, Ayo Edebiri. Maybe, what's his name? Jeremy White or something? Is that his name? Maybe him too. Why not? Get a whole new cast of characters. Try to write them from the ground up very well. Because, this time, once again, considering nobody's coming back from previous films, I would write excellent characters. I would put such a big focal point on writing good characters and a good mystery. That would be so important if we're going to do a Scream reboot. Just to try to attempt to do what the original film did so well, but with your own spin, of course. Because I think that's a big thing that some of these new movies are missing. They're just not... 6 corrected this, which is nice, but 5 was just kind of like, yeah, here's some new characters, cool. But, Scream is built on the fact that we have really good characters that you love, maybe even more than the Ghostface Killer. So I think that's what's so great about Scream that makes it different from the other movies. You'd have to do that with a reboot. I know some people are like completely against that. They're like, there's no way there's no way. There's just no way that's going to work, right? But I don't know. For me, I'm like, I think a Scream reboot can work if you write it well. If you write good characters that people can love, I think it can work. But I hate that it's under these circumstances, is what I will say. I don't want to be going this route. I want them to continue the story, but, it's just not a possibility, which blows. Carter Sauce is here. Thanks for the $2, man. Carter, I've been meaning to say, I listened to your song. It's fucking awesome, man. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, go check out this guy. He's the new Merkins. He's coming up with some crazy raps about slashers. We love him. With Carter Sauce, badass stuff from you, my friend. Saying they just announced Saw 11 for next year. Oh, we've been talking about it, my friend. We've been talking about it. I promise tomorrow we're going to do a whole fucking thing on it as well. We're going to do a whole ass live stream, whole video on it. I promise. It's going to be great. I'm so excited. Oh, very, very exciting stuff, man. But yes, no, I'm hyped for Saw 11. I loved Saw X. If you guys have not seen it yet, holy shit, check it out. It's one of the best Saw movies, without a doubt. Dives very deep into the character of John Kramer too. I think it's doing so much right. I love it so much. Carter, thanks for the $2, man. I hope you're also equally as excited for this one. I can't wait. Holy crap, Madison loves mushrooms. Throwing $20 out there. Madison, thank you so much. I really appreciate the support. That really means a lot. Go horror movies. I couldn't agree with the statement more, Madison, truly. Go horror movies. We love to see horror win, right? And, I've had some words about, about certain horror movies this year. I've been negative on some of them. But what I will say is that anytime horror movies make money, at the theaters. That means more of them are coming. You know, Five Nights at Freddy's, it just didn't do it for me. It just was not, I don't feel like personally it was a good adaptation of the source material. That's just my opinion, though. A lot of people disagree, and that's okay. That's why we have movie talk. That's why we do this whole thing. But what I will say is it's great that movie made a bunch of money. It's a big deal. That means we're going to get more of them, which could be great as well. More Matthew Lillard performances in horror movies. Blumhouse keeps making horror movies, which I know is not music to most people's ears, but it's exciting, man. It means more horror movies to come, more things to talk about, more things to judge and appreciate. So for me, I think this is great. I love this, Madison. Go horror movies, make it happen. Great stuff. And Madison is on a roll right here, throwing another $20 out there. Thank you so much for the support tonight. I really appreciate that. What's your favorite scary movies? Oh, I mean, I get this question a lot, and it's really tough to answer because I think like I'm someone who appreciates a lot of different horror. Like I love your 90s slashers. I love sci-fi horror. I fucking love just slashers in general. That's not too many bases covered. But point being, I love a lot of horror movies. There's so many that are great. Madison, oh my God, Madison's just going nuts. She just threw another $10 out there. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the support. Holy shit. But what is my favorite scary movie of all time though? The Fly. I love The Fly. It's everything I could possibly want in a good horror story. It's got a grounded love story at its core, which, you know, romance and all that is not necessary for horror in my opinion, but I think it's written very well in The Fly, which keeps it grounded. But then you got this crazy sci-fi bullshit horror going on with the main character. I feel personally, my take on The Fly is it's all an allegory for some crazy shit going on in the background, but I just love it so much. It's one of my favorite horror movies. I love David Cronenberg films too. I'm just getting into some more of his stuff. Eastern Promises is so good if you have not seen that. Couldn't recommend it enough, but that's my favorite. That's like my number one. The Fly's badass. So good. Such a good one. Hellraiser 2 is also up there as well. But you're also asking about favorite Scream movie, your favorite Scream movie. You know, my favorite Scream movie is probably the original. I love the original Scream. I think it's perfect. While I do love a lot of the sequels, 4, 6, 2's really growing on me. 2, 4, like honestly, the even sequels are probably my favorite. I don't know. I just don't think anything tops that original. That first movie, it's perfect. I wouldn't change a thing. All the characters represent something wonderful about slasher movies that they're all trying to comment on. Randy is an excellent mechanism for a lot of the more literal things there, while Tatum is also kind of that too, but from a different perspective. It's great. I don't know. I wouldn't change a thing about that original Scream. I think it's a masterpiece for what it is. And the way that it's influenced cinema and horror and all that since is super important. You know, it's a not miss. You can't miss it horror film. Honestly, if top 10 most important horror films of all time, Scream is number 2. Without a doubt. Halloween is number 1, but Scream is number 2, without a doubt in my mind. One of the most important horror films ever made. And Wes Craven and John Carpenter, 2 of the most important horror directors out there too, without a doubt. So yes, that is without a doubt my favorite, Madison. And I just want to say again, thank you for your support. You're going nuts. Yeah, and you're throwing another 20. Madison is on fire. Can I just say that? Madison is the MVP of this stream. She threw 2 20s out there. A 10, another 5 to correct the previous thing. Madison, I really appreciate it. Oh my God, you're being very generous tonight. I really do appreciate that. What's my fave Scream killer? That's so tough. Like Stu is what I say most often. But you know what? I'll give you another one because I think there's another character that I feel is more underrated. Stu is my favorite because he's super goofy. He's got this ambiguous motive. That's great and all. But in terms of characters who have a definite motive, I think Mickey all day is like number 1 for me. I love Mickey. I feel like he's so underrated, and just doesn't get enough screen time. I would have loved to have seen, just way more from Mickey in Scream 2 because I think he's the most interesting Ghostface killer out of all of them. I love Billy and Stu. Don't get me wrong, but Timothy Olyphant as Mickey is one of the most interesting killers, and by far has the best motive out of any of these movies. He wants to kill people and get caught for it and get away with it. because he wants to blame everything on the movies. That says so much about horror films. There's so much commentary to be had there. It's fantastic. And I don't know. I think the Mrs. Loomis motive just pales in comparison. I don't know. For me, Mickey Loomis, Mickey Altieri, I think is without a doubt my favorite killer, just because his motive is so fucking awesome to me and so perfect for a sequel to Scream. You couldn't have written it better. That's better. Actually, you could have written it better and made him the lead killer. But but man, that's my hot take of the day. I really do love Scream 2 because of him so much. He makes that third act for me personally. So I love Mickey. We need more of them. But we need more killers like Mickey that have similar motives. I would say that Richie and Jill's motives are similar and not family oriented, which my problem with family oriented motives is they've just been done to death. I mean, name a random Agatha Christie novel. It's always family. It's always like some kind of relative who's angry about stuff. And I don't know, like it works. It makes sense. You know, a lot of the times that there are real life serial killers, it's usually a family thing. It's something more contained within the friend group or whatever. You know what I mean? It's that these are typical real life things that they're basing it off of. It makes sense. It's an easy route to go down, but it's just been done to death. That's my problem. I love when you can have a motive for a fictional serial killer that's like Mickey's, where it's like something related to the themes and messages of the movies. Same with Richie in Scream 5. I think he's an excellent killer because of his motive. Richie and Amber, both of them are great. Jill and Charlie, both great killers as well. Both very interesting motives. Even though Charlie's motive was literally just to get laid, that's okay. Whatever. Whatever. Jill's is great, though. Jill's motive is also great. Madison is on fire. She threw another $20 out there. Holy crap. Thank you so much. You're single-handedly getting me through this month right now, I hope you know. What's your fave quote in Scream? Oh, my... I mean, there's so many good ones, right? I think when the first time I saw the Scream 5 trailer... and right at the end, you hear Ghostface say, "It's an honor." Like, ooh, something about that just, it's fucked up. It's like, this Ghostface is back and is so excited to kill legacy characters. You know, that's kind of what that came off as. And I'm like, ooh, this is spooky. You know, this is some scary shit. We're getting into something fucked up. It's scary shit. I really love that quote. My number one favorite quote, though, and I can't remember it, and that's why I'm struggling here, but my number one is from Scream 4 when she's on the phone, and I can't remember it off the top of my head, but it's like, I'm gonna gut you like no, it's not that. That's from the first movie. Oh, I can't remember it, but there's a fucking vicious line during the opening of Scream 4 that I'm like, oh, that's cold. That's cold, Ghostface. I wish I could write something that evil. But I love a lot of the Ghostface lines on the phone. You know, I love when in the original Scream when he's like says what the fuck was it? I don't know, the whole Ghostface dialogue. That's my favorite. But Scream 4, excellent. I think it's got some great lines. It's very good stuff. Infinite Sky is also saying, hot take, I've never seen Scream 4. Dude, watch Scream 4. Oh my God, if you like the Scream movies, dude, Scream 4 is so good. It's got a great reveal in it. But Madison, I gotta say again, thank you for the super chats. I don't even know what to say. I wish I could get you some mushrooms. All I know about you is that you like mushrooms. So thank you so much for the support tonight. You basically paid for my car payment this month at this point. I don't even know what to say. Like I feel like Mr. Beast just came in the chat and was like, here you go. There's $100. Thank you so much. Thank you for the support. I holy shit, like fuck. Gonna make me cry, Madison. Goddamn. Thank you so much. I can't stop saying it. I literally don't know what to say. Like, holy shit. Whoo, damn. Yeah, y'all are amazing. That's what I'm gonna say. Y'all are fantastic, and I don't know what I would do without you guys. Y'all, I love every single one of you. Thank you. Infinite Sky is saying, hot take, I've never seen Scream 4. Infinite Sky, dude. Oh, do yourself a favor. Go watch it. Go watch it. It's really good. And Aaron Underwood is thankfully helping me out with that Scream 4 line. Yeah, he wants to cut, like, I'm going to cut off your eyelids so you can't blink when I stab you in the face. That is the coldest shit I've ever heard in a movie. I love that. Thank you, Aaron. I really appreciate that. Thanks for the layup there. No, that is my favorite line in Scream 4. Holy shit. Ooh. That maybe in the whole franchise. That might be my favorite Ghostface line ever. And you know what? That's Kevin Williamson, baby. You know, listen, I say what you want about Kevin Williamson. He's got some strange things in his tool belt. But goddamn, every now and then, dude, he'll just throw some evil shit at you, and it's just like, ooh, I love that. That was awesome. I love his. I really do love his writing. I've seen some of his other movies. I think have some weird writing choices, but goddamn, dude knows how to write dialogue. Dude knows how to write dialogue in a slasher film, and you can't knock him for that. But yes, I love that line so much. Ooh, so good, dude. Great stuff. Jacob Myers is asking, if you were to pick one secondary antagonist in the Blumhouse trilogy, who would it be? Dr. Sartain or Corey Cunningham? This is a great question. Because both are relatively hated, is what I would say about both of these characters. What I will say, though, is I think Dr. Sartain was a little more interesting. I just feel like I'm way more interested in Dr. Sartain as a character. This guy who essentially... where am I going with this? Holy shit. Dr. Sartain wanted to bring Laurie together with Michael. And that's so fascinating to me. I think, to me, he's just way more developed and an interesting take on kind of an evolution of Dr. Loomis, right? Just a different version. Like, what if Dr. Loomis was evil? I think the thing that people don't like about Sartain is when he puts on the mask. And I respect it. I get why people don't like that, because I'm not crazy about it either. So I don't know. For me personally, I think Dr. Sartain is way more interesting. I would 100% I would rather of him rocked Halloween Ends versus Corey Cunningham. But and just do the character better. Sartain's a better idea than what Corey Cunningham is. Corey Cunningham is just some guy that killed a kid. That's it. That's all he is. He's not Michael Myers. They tried to. I just feel like they tried to force that in Halloween Ends. Although I do like the idea of transferring evil from Michael Myers to other characters, I just don't feel like it was done well in Halloween Ends personally. That's just my opinion. Some people those are fighting words for some people. But Sartain, I would much rather see, like, if let's say we had to have one of these side antagonists throughout the whole trilogy, Sartain all day. It just makes more sense to me. Feels more Halloween than Corey Cunningham. Madison Love is throwing another $10 out there. I swear to God, Madison, I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. Like, seriously, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the support. Saying, what about Sid's You Forgot the Rules of Remakes, Jill? Don't fuck with the original. Also fantastic. And Madison, you know what I'll also say? I think Sidney Prescott has some of the best. Sidney Prescott and Ghostface have the best lines of the series, like, without a doubt. Without a doubt in my mind. Oh my God, Sid has said some pretty badass shit to Ghostface, yeah, especially in those first first 4 movies. In 5, you get the "I'm bored" line, which is also great. I love that. I'm bored. Wait. Oh, hangs up. That's a great moment. But yeah, Madison, that's a fantastic line too. Shit, if we're talking like best lines from the whole franchise, this is up there for sure, without a doubt. I mean, I think 4 is just chocked full of them. And there you go. You're hitting on that, Madison. I really don't even know what to say. I'm kind of at a loss for words right now. Madison loves mushrooms. Thank you so much. I see you have a bunch of dogs as well, and I love that. I love dogs. I'm a cat dad myself, but I do appreciate it. Very good stuff. Madison, thank you again. I really don't know what to say. You basically paid for my car this month from this one stream, and I'm very thankful for that. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's been a tough December, and you've made some ends meet for me. So thank you. Thank you so much. You don't even know. Luddy Network's throwing $10 out there. Luddy is fantastic. I don't even have to read this to know that the guy's fantastic. I'm going to. Don't get me wrong. But Luddy's fantastic. Has easily sent me the craziest thing I've ever gotten in the mail ever. Thank you. Thank you so much. If you love Jake and his content, let's show him some love tonight. My wife and I are here, and we couldn't be having a better night watching you, brother. It's her birthday tomorrow. No way! It's her birthday tomorrow? Happy early birthday, wife, Mrs. Luddy. Thank you for the flamethrower again. I don't even know what to say. Like, you guys are fantastic. These two here are just absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for the support from the channel, and thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Seriously, it's your birthday tomorrow, and you're on my fucking live stream. Thank you so much. I hope you two have an absolutely super fun time and celebrate your birthday in an appropriate manner. Go crazy, have some fun, live life. That's what this is all about, baby. You never know what's going to happen, so have fun while you can. And Luddy, thank you so much for the support, my friend. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys have an absolutely, just a blast of a week, and celebrate that birthday well. Don't waste any time. Have a good time. Thank you, Luddy. I really do appreciate that support, man. Thank you. Jason Carpenter's throwing $2 out there, asking a pretty cool question. Do you watch Cody Leach? Y'all should collab. I would love to collab with Cody Leach. I think me and him definitely have some different opinions on movies, and I would love to have a conversation with him for that reason. That would be very cool. I'd love to have him on stream at some point. Would love to hear what he has to say about just about like Scream and Terrifier and all that. I know he was just not a fan of the most recent Scream movies. I know that. So I'm curious to hear his opinion. He's also kind of like me in the sense that, he just doesn't give a shit. He's gonna put his opinion out there, and he doesn't give a shit. He's like, yeah, sorry, that's how I feel. And I respect that about Cody. But yeah, I'd love. There's a lot of people I'd love to have on stream one day, and I hope I can get my channel to a place where that's a possibility. So, Jason, thank you so much for the $2, man. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. That's actually gonna be a focus of the new year. Is I want to do like a once a week stream with somebody else, like at least once a week. I want to have someone else on the page. I don't want this to become an echo chamber of just this is my opinion. No, that's not the point of this page. I think for some people that's the point of their pages. Point of my page, I want everyone to have their opinion heard, and that means having more people on stream. So I'm going to start making that happen a lot more, Jason. I promise. Madison Love throwing another $5 out there saying, have a good night. I'm going to now because of you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Once again, I'm at a loss for words, Madison. Thank you for the support tonight. I really, if there was something I could say to express what I'm feeling right now, I would say it. Thank you. Holy shit. Like, damn. I've been freaking out, all last week, just to give you a personal side of Jake's life, which I don't like to do. But what I will say is I was freaking out last week. Last week I was not making the views I was supposed to. This is my one source of income at the moment. I'm working on other things, obviously, but I was just like, fuck, I don't know what I'm going to do this month. I really don't. And Madison, I now have room to breathe and figure something out. So that's because of you. That's because of you and all the other wonderful people in this chat tonight. So I don't know. I'm gonna fucking cry. If you want me to cry, you're getting there. That's what I'm gonna. That's what I'm gonna say. Thank you, Madison. I really appreciate it. Same to you, Sarah. Same to Luddy. Same to everybody. Thank you all for your support. Sarah Campbell's throwing another $5 out there, saying you all are killing it tonight with the support. Let's make this man cry. I'm going to. I am on the brink of tears right now. I don't know what to tell you. Goddamn. Keeping my composure, I guess, but not for long. Fuck. Thank you. Sarah has also been a crazy supporter of this page for a very long time now, and I really don't know where I would be without Sarah or the rest of you guys. But Sarah, thank you for everything over the years, supporting me with my crazy fan film, the crazy updates we do on this page. Couldn't have done it without you, especially. So Sarah, thank you for your support over all this time, and just even to the people who just show up and hang out with me for just a couple of minutes on these streams. It really does mean a lot. Just hanging out and watching, that also means a lot to me. So thank you all for letting me do this crazy shit and hopefully fulfilling my dreams. So Sarah, thank you for the support again, my friend. Thank you. Fuck. Noah Atkinson has been a member for 5 months, saying Ethan Kirsch and Stuart Stu Mocker revealed in Scream 7. A twist. The TV brothers in crime coming together. That would be so funny, Noah. I don't even know. Man, that's hilarious. I'm sorry my brain isn't working right now. Like I said, I'm on the brink of tears. But yes, no, that would be absolutely hilarious. Just because both these characters died by the same TV. They both come back to life. The TV has superpowers. It brings them back. They're zombies in ghost face robes. Run it back. I'm in such a good mood tonight. You know what? Yeah, let's run it. Let's make it happen. Noah, I will say thank you for being a member for 5 months. Noah's also hanging out with me on streams all the time, and I really appreciate that. So thanks for being here, my friend. Thanks for supporting the page. Really does mean a lot. Thank you. Madison loves mushrooms. It's throwing another $10 out there. I don't even know what to say. You're too kind. You're far too kind. Thank you, Madison. Saying, have you ever collabed with Dead Meat? I would do anything. I would lose my mind I would lose my mind to be on their podcast. I think they're the absolute, James and Chelsea are the kings and queens of YouTube horror. And no one will ever, I don't think anyone else is ever going to be able to take that title. They're the top dogs, and I just have nothing but love and respect for them. Dead Meat has done so much for horror here on YouTube, which is much more niche than something like, gaming or just movie talk in general. Like it's way tougher to build a horror themed page than it is to do really talk about anything else. There's just a lot bigger of people that are here for different kinds of movies, but it's because of channels like Dead Meat, CZ's World, even 3C Films, who does talk about Marvel movies. He talks about horror. It makes it a little easier to build, what is it, rapport, or just like the idea that there is a community on YouTube, right? That it helps the little pages too. YouTube is a community that thrives off of each other. And I think a lot of small YouTubers make the mistake of not working with each other on videos, concepts, things to do, things not to do. And it's because of channels like Dead Meat and all these pages up there, up at the top, that really give pages like this a chance. So I'm very thankful for Dead Meat as a channel. And I'm also keeping my fingers crossed I can get on that podcast one day to talk about anything. I'll talk about, like, throw any topic at me. I'll research it for days to be on that podcast. That would be fucking awesome. So I'm keeping that hope alive, Madison. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. I love it. I seriously, again, I simply can't put into words what I'm feeling right now. So thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much again. Really does mean a lot. Luddy Network's throwing $2 out there saying just slammed the Baja Blast. Hey, listen, if that's how you're celebrating, I love it. Taco Bell is never a bad move for celebration. I hope you know that. So that's badass. That's awesome. Enjoy. I hope you also, maybe you're just drinking Baja Blast straight. That's fucking cool too. But if you got some Taco Bell as well, fucking enjoy that shit. It's delicious. We love to see it. Luddy, thank you for the $2, man. Thanks for the support tonight. You guys are awesome. I'm sorry I keep saying that. I genuinely, like I said, I'm at a loss for words. I really don't know what else to say. Oh my God. What did you think about Fast X? Oh my God. Oh my God. What did I think about Fast X? I love it. I love this movie. This is one of the goofiest movies I've ever seen in my life. I love every second of it. Gina, thank you for giving me an excuse to talk about Fast X. This is my favorite. This is my favorite cheesy, so bad it's good movie of all time. I think it's genuinely a masterpiece of like bad movie cinema. Like I mean that in like the best way I possibly can. Like I don't know if that was the intention of this movie or not, but in terms of being a so bad it's good movie, Fast X is a 10 out of 10. I don't think anything. Sharknado, nothing. Forget it. Fast X, top of the list, baby. It is just pure insanity, high octane insanity from start to finish. It is so much fun. I think it's hilarious. Like the first time I saw it in theaters, tears streaming down my face. I was laughing so hard. Phenomenal. An excellent film. I can't wait for part 2. I will be seated day 1. First showing. No matter what's going on in my life, I will be there. No matter what, as Charles Lee Ray once said. Gina, thanks for the $2, though. I really do appreciate you. And thanks for hanging out with me in the chat. It really does mean a lot. And Jesus, Don Keenum. I don't even know. I don't know what to say at this point. The only thing that could be crazier than this stream for me tonight is if Mr. Beast came in here and was just like, hey, what's up, Jake? Cool channel. I really don't know what else to say. Don Keenum, holy shit. $50, dude. Thank you. You did not have to do that. Madison did not have to do what she did tonight. None of you guys did. But because you did, it means the world to me. I really don't know what else to say. I really don't. You all are just so wonderful, and have been so supportive of my goofy little page here. I don't know. I'm sorry. Like I apologize for not keeping my composure right now or keeping the show rolling. But I really don't know what to say. I thank you. Thank you for keeping this alive. I promise from here on out, I'm never going to doubt. I'll never doubt this page again, is what I'll say. I had last week was tough. Last week was tough for me. Put a lot of work into some videos and they just didn't get where I needed them to be. And the community constantly proves to me how absolutely wonderful it is. This is the best space on YouTube. I'll die on that hill. I made videos earlier this year trying to break into other, groups and fandoms and all that. It just wasn't the same. The horror community is something truly special that I hope nobody else out there takes for granted, because this is one of the most loving, beautiful communities on the internet, frankly. I can't believe how many streams I've gone without having like a problem too. Like I can count on my fingers the amount of streams that have turned into like just problems, and I've done like hundreds of these things, and you guys are always constantly being amazing and wonderful. And I really don't know what else to say. This is all coming from the heart right now, but you guys are wonderful. Thank you, Don. Thank you, everybody, for the support tonight. You guys keep this page alive, and I really don't know what else to say. Thanks for the $50, man. Thank you so much. James River CFC Reviews is saying, Jake, love man again. Hope this stream helps. It really fucking does. You don't even know, James. Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like, I'm going to be honest. I was telling my friends for Christmas this year, I'm like, you're getting hugs because I got bills and shit to pay. And now I'm hoping to share the love, hopefully be able to actually, get presents for people. Now I don't know. Fuck. I don't know what to say. I love you too, James. I love you, James. I love all you people in this chat. You guys are fantastic. Thank you so much. Ty Lee is saying, can't wait for your end of the year ranking video. I am busting my ass on that right now, Ty. I promise you this is going to be of quality. It's going to be fantastic. I'm trying to get through as many movies as I can to build up the list and make it something really special. I'm currently at 36 movies. I've just added a couple more to the list, including Dark Harvest and Birth/Rebirth. Both fantastic movies. If you have not seen them, holy shit, some sleeper hits from this year. Loved both of them a lot. So I'm excited. What I will say is my top 10 is going to be made up of movies most people probably haven't seen. And I'm really excited to hear people say, like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is this list, Jake? What is going on here? I'm very excited for that. I think it's going to be very fun. I have some weird movies in my top 10s that I'm sure people will disagree with, but that's why we make these videos, right? That's why it's exciting. So Ty, I can't wait for you to see it either, man. I'm actually next week I start filming that one. It's gonna take me a long time to edit. I imagine this is gonna be like 30 to 40 minute long video is what I'm currently estimating. It'll be the longest video I've ever made. I'm very excited for it. Gonna be spending a long time on this one. So Ty Lee, thank you for the $5, man. Thanks for your support tonight, and I really hope you enjoyed that video. Coming out on New Year's Eve, baby. I'm excited for it. Luddy Network's throwing $5 out there, saying a great potential collab, which I would love to make happen. I want to see you and Zach Cherry do a video for Scream 7, a good Who Killed Who. Ooh, okay. As a matter of fact, I just really want you to, but I love you more. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. Zach is an incredible guy. I don't know if you watch his page or not. He is just absolutely wonderful. I've reached out to him many times with weird YouTube questions here or there that he's always been inclined to answer, and I really appreciate that. It's a little thing, but it goes a long way. Zach is a super nice guy. And I don't know. He's got a lot of good things to say. He makes a lot of really good points in his videos, and he's so intricate. Like he's way more intricate than me. I'm like whatever. Some details I'm just like whatever about. Zach is like can find the pubes on the seats in certain fucking moments of Scream and pick them apart and be like, this is actually what's happening. And I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't even think about that. So Zach's content is fantastic. Doesn't upload a lot, but when he does, it's always worth it. So check him out. He's great. I would love to have him on the page too. Like I said, he's a stickler for details, and I love that. I respect that about him. So I'd love to have him on the page just talking about Scream and just really everything that's been going on. That would be really cool to talk with him about all this. So yeah, absolutely, Luddy. I'll have to have him on the page at some point. We have, like I said, me and him have talked a few times. I would love to invite him on the page at some point. Luddy, thank you for the $5 though, man. Again, thank you for your support tonight. Fuck. I'm keeping it together now, but I hope you know I'm literally just gonna go to all of my friends tonight and just be like, I don't know what to say. Like my community is so great. I love them all so much. That's all I'm going to be talking about the rest of the night. I'm going to be a disaster all night tonight. I hope you know that. Sarah Campbell saying, silly boy, you can't kill us. Silly child, you cannot stop me. Sarah just has like superpowers now. She's floating in the sky. She's got like Doctor Strange portals coming up. That's what I'm imagining is happening right now. I just can't see it. Sarah and literally everyone else in the chat, all of you, every single one of you, I have nothing but love and respect for you guys, and it just means the world to me. I really do. When I started this page, it was because I wanted to have a space for horror talk. I didn't have any friends to really talk to about that. And it's because of this page that a lot of the great things in my life are happening now. And those things are very much so to do with friends and just wonderful people I've met in my life. I went to Scarefest just a couple of months ago, and I got to meet so many cool people who were just like, oh, I've seen your YouTube channel. I'm just like, no way, that's awesome. And I've had wonderful conversations with so many people because of this, and it's been life-changing. Seriously, I don't know. 5 years ago, I was depressed and working at a warehouse, and now I get to do this, and I don't know. I'm the luckiest guy in the world, and it's because of you guys. So thank you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a part of the community, Sarah. I appreciate you. All right, everybody. We're going to get back to horror talk, I promise. I'm just so emotional right now. But I'm going to keep my composure. Let's do this. Jason Rushman, another very kind person out there. Thank you for being here tonight. Saying, what's up, Jake? It's Jason. Hope you're having an awesome night. Gave you a thumbs up. Bought some seafood earlier. Had me a little seafood boil for dinner. It was good. That's awesome. I'm so glad, Jason. That sounds amazing. I love seafood. Personally, it's one of my favorite things to eat. I don't know. I haven't had it recently, but I hope you enjoyed, Jason, and thanks for stopping in, man. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for talking seafood with me. I appreciate that, man. Enjoy. I'm curious what kind of seafood you had, of course. Did you catch it yourself? Or did you go out? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Arthur is saying, hi, man. Do you think Scream 7 is going to be made? I really want to see it. But no, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Dude, that's all good. That's why you got me, Arthur. So what's going on with Scream 7 is we've basically nuked the whole thing. We're starting from scratch. Currently the only two people that are, officially announced to still be on the project are Christopher Landon in the director's seat and James Vanderbilt writing. We don't really know too much about some of the other people who were involved beforehand. I think that it will most likely be a reboot. This is just a rumor, Arthur, but what I've heard is that both Courtney Cox and I keep saying their character names. Neve Campbell and Courtney Cox have allegedly said no to roles in Scream 7, and they most likely will not be returning. Once again, none of this is confirmed, but it's a likely story considering what happened to Jenna Ortega and Neve Campbell in the past not even 2 years. Shit. They both got, stumped with their pay and said like, hey, we're not going to pay you more to be in these movies. Sorry. Gary Barber from Spyglass is notably a cheap producer who does not want to pay some of the actors he works with more money. He just doesn't feel like that's worth it for whatever reason, which, trust me, he's going to be shooting himself in the foot because of that when Scream 7 drops, which will, like I said, most likely be a remake. I want to be excited for it, but I'm just scared that this isn't the right time to reboot the franchise. Not for good reason. I believe that a Scream reboot can work, but under these circumstances, it's just a lot of negative press that I just don't feel like is going to result in a good product. Even if they do get good actors and actresses, we're all going to be going into this with some negative connotations. So what the fuck is going on? Basically, the only route that they have that seems like a possibility right now is to start fresh and start over with brand new characters. And I'm curious how you feel about that. I'm leaning towards a negative on that. I don't think that's going to work right now. I think if they had finished this story and then rebooted it and told a new story like a couple of years down the line, concluded the story with the legacy characters, concluded the core 4 story in a theoretical 7, sure, you could reboot it after that. That would work. Why not? Especially if you ended Cindy Prescott's story, if you ended Melissa Barrera's story, just completely concluded this, started fresh in a couple of years. Yeah, I think that could have worked, but we're under certain circumstances right now where I just don't feel like that's going to be it. So that's my personal opinion on it right now, but I'm curious what you have to say, Arthur. Leave it for me in the chat and we'll get to it. Jennifer Armstrong is throwing $20 out there too. Oh my God, Jennifer, thank you so much. Happy holidays to an amazing person inside and out. Jennifer, thank you. Thank you so much. You are also an absolutely incredible supporter of this page, and I always appreciate when you come in and hang out. So thank you for the support. That's and the kind words as well. That really does mean a lot to me. Thank you for being here, Jennifer. Thank you so much. I don't even know what to say. Like y'all are just going nuts tonight. Thank you so much. Luddy Network's throwing $2 out there. I'm gonna lose my mind on stream tonight. You guys are just way too nice. Saying, anyone want to play a game of Super Chat Chicken? Oh my God, Jesus Christ! We've been playing that game for an hour now. It's what has been going on. Oh my God, Luddy, Jennifer, Don, Sarah, Madison, all you people. Jesus Christ, I don't even know what to say. Like, I'm so thankful. I'm very thankful for all you guys. It's the giving season, and I gotta start thinking of a way to give back now. You know, I'm a person who. I'm a person who's always thankful for things that are given to me, but I always feel this need to give something even bigger in return. I'm always going to feel that. I don't know if that's a toxic trait of mine or not, but I'm always going to feel that. And I'm thinking about, I got to do something special for all of you guys. I gotta come back with something crazy for the next stream is really what I got to do. So thank you, Luddy. Thank you, all you people. All you people are just so wonderful. So I'll figure something out. Well, I'm going to make something really special happen for everybody. Luddy, thank you for the $2, man. I really do appreciate it. Nah is asking, what's up, Nah? How you doing? Saying, are you hyped for Talk to Me, the sequel to Talk to Me? Yes, I'm very excited for it. I think that Talk to Me was a fantastic standalone. I'm excited to see what they do with the sequel, because there's a lot set up in that first movie to do more with. The whole idea of the hand. Is there another one? Something to think about too. Was, the ending of Talk to Me, was that the other hand? Was that the same hand just sometime in the future? Is there more stories to tell with these ghosts? I think so. I think absolutely yes. We could follow, the character Sophie Wilde's character into a new movie where she's on the other end of the game. And I think that's really fun. I love the concept of Talk to Me as well. You're essentially commenting on, young kids trying drugs for the first time in a high school party, for instance. Like, listen, we've all known or have gone to one of these things where it's like, hey, we're all 17 and we're drinking, we stole from dad's liquor cabinet. It's kind of making that terrifying. You know what I mean? It's making that element to your high school experience just a horrifying one. And I think it does it so well. And, something else that I will praise about it is, even though you're dealing with a different kind of culture, people from Australia, I still felt like I was still able to relate to it so much, even from an American high school experience. Like, it was just like, this captures my high school experience very well. It's really interesting, but puts a horror lens on it. I think it does that really well. I'm very excited to see where the sequel goes, how it expands the universe, and maybe also has a similar thing to comment on. So I thought it was a really fascinating movie, easily one of the best of the year. I've seen some people say it's their favorite horror movie of 2023. It's a totally valid opinion. Great movie. Love it. Sarah and Luddy are just having a conversation back and forth via super chats right now. Luddy, we're listening, to which Luddy said, what? You guys are hilarious. Oh my God. Thank you for the support again. I don't even know what to say. Y'all are cracking me up and bringing tears to my eyes. Don't know what else to say. Y'all are fantastic. Thank you. Queric is with us tonight. What's up, dog? How's it going? Thanks for being here. What if the cast are friends connected to the core four, just not like actually them? Oh, like part of the friend group. They're not them. That's why they're not in the movie. I would have to ask the question as to like why we would need these characters, what this story would end up being. But actually, here's the why. If Sidney Prescott and these characters do come back, which, yes, is still a possibility, I feel like it's an unlikely one. What I think is you could have friends of the core four. That theoretically could work. I worry, though, that if you do something like that, it's just going to be impossible to not think about, well, they're not here because Spyglass mismanages shit. You know what I mean? I feel like it's going to be impossible to avoid thinking that in a sequel where there's any mention of the core four at all. If they were to make a movie with the legacy characters again, I would hope that they just move away from the core four at this point. I just feel like that's their best case and situation for a future movie. But once again, anything with the right execution can work. James River CFC Reviews is saying best stream of the year. Oh, this stream is the best one of the year. For me it is. I'm having a great time. I'm holy shit. Yeah, this is the best stream this is the best stream I think I've ever done, if I'm being honest. There's been a few where, we've had some surprises here and there, but goddamn, this is easily one of the best. What I will say is I hope that you guys aren't getting sick of this. I always get worried that people are like, oh man, I don't know if I like just listening to this dude talk. So I always try to find ways to spruce it up. We were doing like trivia, we were doing like this and that and all these other crazy streams. So I think I'm gonna try to do some crazier streams too as well in the future, just to shake it up. So it's just not the same thing every single time. I try to change up the topics too. Like I'm trying to do like Terrifier focused streams, Scream focused streams. Even though, we get off topic, but that's okay. I try to do certain focuses with streams, so I feel like that's fun. That's why we're here, right? To talk horror movies. So I don't know. I'm trying to change it up, but for me, yeah, best stream. This is my favorite stream of the year, without a doubt. James, thanks for the support again, my friend. And once again, I really appreciate all you guys hanging out with me tonight. Oh my God, Jennifer's still playing chicken. Look at this. Thanks for the $10, Jennifer, and thanks for playing chicken. I appreciate it. It really does mean a lot. Thank you guys. You guys are all the best. Thank you. Shockwave is saying you're worried we don't like your streams. I actually beg to God you stream and I make it on time. Thank you, Shockwave. I appreciate that. No, that really does mean a lot. I'm weird. I'm a firm believer that once you stop, once you get comfortable, once you get comfortable with something and you're kind of just like here with it, once you stop pushing up, once you stop trying to improve, you can only go down. That's my personal philosophy. Some people might get flustered by something like that, might get paranoid, which trust me, I do. But I feel like, that's where success comes from. You can never actually hit perfection, but you can strive for excellence by constantly reaching for it. That's my personal approach to like just a career, just work in general. You can always find a way to do something better, and you just got to keep looking for that. So I don't know. That's why in my head I'm constantly thinking to myself, I got to keep finding ways to do things better. Every day I try to watch a new horror movie. I'm not successful at that every single day, but I always try to expand my knowledge so that I'm a little more, I feel like I can talk about more things. Sometimes you guys throw something at me and I'm just like, I don't know anything about that. I'm like, oh shit, I don't know. Like someone asked about silent films the other day, and I'm not even kidding. After that stream, I made a note to watch more silent horror films because I haven't seen too many of them. I don't want you guys to come in here and ask me a question and I'm just like, I don't know. I'm sorry. Like that would be boring, Like I want to be able to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. So it's my job. I got to get better at this shit. There's always room for improvement. May-Ann's throwing $2 out there. Thank you, Jake. You are so loved, and I am so grateful. You don't even know. Like I'm so grateful for you guys. I don't know. I really don't know what I would do. I have tried my best to work a regular job. I can't do it. I'm too silly. I'm too goofy. I simply can't. But I will always put hard work in for people who appreciate it, and I really appreciate you guys. I'm never gonna stop not working hard on this page for you. It's because of you guys. You guys are so wonderful. I'm always gonna do my best to strive for the best kind of content, and it really does mean a lot. I don't know. It just means a lot to me. I love horror so much that this page started from the love of this genre, and you guys have given me so much love back. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. So May-Ann, to you, to everyone out there, so much love for all of you guys, and thank you for the constant support of this fun page. So thank you. Thanks for the $2. Again, thank you, May-Ann. Letty is also saying, not to put you on the spot, but if you could make Scream 7 the opening, what would you want? Great question. I really think the opening sets the opening for a movie sets the tone, right? Like Scream 6's opening tells you what this movie's going to be. Like, this is not about the same thing as the previous film. That's a big thing they're trying to get across. We got something else going on. We got a different kind of motive. Whether you were into that kind of motive or not, it was something different from the previous film. I'll give them that. But I think Scream 6's opening works so well, just like how Scream 1 and 2 especially, their openings work so well for their respective films, because they kind of, it's like an overture. They encapsulate everything that movie was trying to say, while also giving you an exciting chase or kill sequence. So whatever Scream 7 is going to be about commentary-wise, I would want for them to capture that all in the opening scene. Not explicitly in your face, but it's there. You know, on rewatch, whenever I watch Scream 2 again, that opening scene says so much about what they're trying to say with that entire movie. Scream 2's opening is my favorite. Like, I think it's my absolute favorite opening scene of the whole franchise because it's perfect. It's like exactly what they needed to say about how people love slasher movies, but they're not, not really talking about the real life consequences of how, the idea of the stab movies in universe are kind of a bad thing. They're made based off of like real of a real killing, and the original Scream is loosely based off of some real killings too. So there's that question of is this distasteful to go this route? And the Scream franchise itself comments on that. And I think that's really interesting. That's really fascinating to me. I love that. I love that Scream 2 was able to talk about that in the sequel, which was something that the first one was criticized for. So whatever 7 comments on, I would hope that's what the focal idea is of the opening scene. And a good kill, too, of course. Something about Scream 3's opening that I'm just simply not crazy about is, yes, it sets up the film pretty well for what it's trying to go for, but the kill's just not that much to write home about, I kind of would, next time, Scream 7, I hope they have something just as vicious as 5. Well, 5's opening is probably my least favorite of the whole franchise, but, 6's opening is fucking brutal. You gotta cut up dead guy in the fridge? What the fuck? That's awesome. No way. There's a lot of great things going on in that opening. So much diversion, so much setup for certain characters and all that. I love it. I think it's great. I'm hoping they're able to capture that same energy in the next film, whatever it ends up being. So that's what I'm hoping for, without a doubt, Luddy. Brutal kill, lots of commentary, lots of hidden undertones. Luddy, thanks for the $10 again, man, and thanks for the support in general. I feel like if I keep saying it, it's gonna lose its luster, but I really do mean it. Or lose its meaning. I say thank you a lot, but it's because I don't know. I don't know what to say. You guys are fantastic. You guys are awesome. Winter Jimmy Guilds 17 is saying, I love the It Follows movie. Will it be better than They Follow when that comes out? Here's what I'll say, man. It Follows is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. I love it. I think it's just a great commentary on slashers and specifically the idea of something following you and coming after you. I feel like it comments on that really well. It's also, an STI parallel, which is genius, but it's also a really fun movie filled with quirky characters and just weird, crazy happenings. I love it. I love it so much. I'm so excited to see what they do with the sequel. My immediate reaction to the announcement to a sequel was, I don't know if that's necessary. And why I say that is because I think It Follows is such an excellent standalone with a certain ambiguous ending, right? It has this ending to it that lends itself to more movies, but also just a potential disaster of an ending. And I kind of love that. I do feel like the next movie is going to have to answer the question of what was that thing following them in the last shot. It's kind of impossible to avoid, I think, at this point. So we're going to get an answer to that, which will ruin the ambiguous ending of the previous film. Is that going to be worth it? For another movie that might just do the same thing again. I don't at this time, I don't know. I really don't know. I do know it's coming from the same guy. Something Robert Mitchell. David Robert Mitchell. I can't remember his full name, but I know it's coming from the same guy. Micah Monroe is set to star again. It's going to be a continuation of the previous story. That's really cool. I'm hyped for it. Like I said, It Follows is one of my favorite horror movies. I am excited for a sequel, but I just hope it's good. This is one like The Exorcist Believer, where if it's not good, I don't know. This has got to be of quality. This is a horror movie that means a lot to me. I love it. I remember seeing this for the first time and being like, what the fuck? I've never seen anything like this before. This is awesome. Disaster Piece has to do the music or I actually might lose my mind. No one else can do the music. Disaster Piece's soundtrack for It Follows is one of the greatest horror movie soundtracks of all time. I will die on that hill. It is so good from start to finish. Every track, fantastic, 10 out of 10. He wrote it in 2.5 weeks or something like that too. What? I don't know. Disaster Piece, man. I love him. I love all of his music. He also did the music for Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. Hot take, which is also good. Not as good as It Follows, but also good. Very fun. Holy shit. Just make that movie good. Make that movie good. I really hope so. I really do hope so. Hope it's good. Very excited for that one, though. Barb is gifted 5 Killjoy Jake memberships. Thank you, Barb. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for the support. That That means so much. A lot of people have just shown support tonight, and it means a lot. So thank you. Thank you so much. I see that May Ann has become a member as well. Very cool. I can't see who else has become a member, but welcome to the fold. Welcome to the club. Drink up on that Kool-Aid. It's just Kool-Aid. Just sugar and flavoring, nothing else. Anyways, let's get back to it. What else do we got going on? Barb is saying I was a little excited to see the chat was still live, so I had to celebrate. I'm glad you're excited, Barb. Very exciting stuff. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We've got a lot of fun people in the chat tonight. Don Keenum is also hanging out. Don, thanks for the support earlier. I really do appreciate that. I think it's a shame that the Event Horizon Director's Cut will never see the light of day. Ooh, I don't know any. Honestly, this is something I don't know about either. I love Event Horizon, a very underrated movie. I didn't know there was a director's cut. I was not aware of this. That's very cool. Okay. Very cool, very cool. Great movie, very underrated film. If you have not seen it, I was talking about sci-fi horror being like one of my favorites, and sci-fi horror fucks, man. Event Horizon, it's awesome. It's basically a Hellraiser movie in space. I don't know how else to put it, but it's not like Bloodlines. It's actually pretty good. Event Horizon is great though, super underrated. Maybe the best movie from that director whose name is slipping my mind, but I know he does like the Resident Evil movies and all that. I have a soft spot for those movies, but I can also recognize they're not good. But Event Horizon, banger, like genuinely a good movie. Very underrated, very misunderstood, I will say. A movie you want to go into blind too. Luddy's throwing $5 out there again. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate that. Saying I did really like how brutal the Scream 5 opening was, especially the leg stomp. Yes. One of my favorite kills was the officer Judy day kill in 5. All things I agree with. The disappointing thing about 5 to me, in the opening specifically, is we get this shot where, and this is me being so picky. I hope you know that. Like, so picky. We get this shot right at the end where, Tara's crawling towards the door and all that. She gets pulled back and Ghostface goes down with the knife, title card, and she's alive. I genuinely, like, listen, this is me being so picky and so like, I wish they wouldn't have done that. But for me, I kind of wish that the ending shot was just Jenna Ortega got stabbed in the back like once, police sirens, Ghostface hears it and runs out the back door. And Jenna Ortega's just laying there, blood pooling around her, just... like maybe dead, cut to title card. That would have, I just feel like that would have set the tone a little better. It's a little change, but it shows how dark that movie was. I think Scream 5 is without a doubt the darkest Scream film. With how it starts, with how it ends, I personally feel like it's the darkest one. It's an upsetting movie. It's a blow for fans of the franchise as well because of other things that happen in it. And like you were talking about, Sheriff Judy. Some people like this character, some people don't, but still a legacy character nonetheless. Dies moments before one of the most beloved characters in the entire franchise gets the knife. And that's, this is it's an upsetting movie. I think it's without a doubt the darkest Scream film. And I just feel like that, that cold moment of just looking at Jenna Ortega dying on the ground, bleeding out to death, potentially, and leaving you on that cliffhanger, that's way better. Then, it gives you a sense of hope, but it's also like, oh my God, Jenna Ortega's dead. She was on the Disney Channel. Fuck. Like something like, it's a little too definite and then, twists it. That's maybe my biggest issue with 5 and 6. If there's a consistent problem between the two that I have an issue with, I just feel like they constantly give you these moments where something is definite, like Chad getting stabbed a million times in 6. It's the same issue I have with that I do with the beginning of 5. It's like, yeah, she died, dude. Like every other movie before that where that has happened, cut the title card, think the beginning of Scream 3, the character's been dead, I just wish she had just been on the ground, pooling blood around her, that was it. But I could not agree more with you. I feel like one of the most underrated kills in the entire franchise is this daytime kill from Sheriff Judy. It's so unexpected. When is Ghostface strike in a suburban neighborhood during the day? Like, that never happens. And here's the thing. A lot of people had a problem with that when Scream 5 came out. I love it. I so disagree. I'm like, no, that's fantastic. If you have ever been in a suburban neighborhood, like on a Tuesday at 9 a.m., 10 a.m., whatever, nobody is around. Like, at least in my neighborhood and some of the other neighborhoods I've been to, biking around, whatever, nobody's around. Like, you could theoretically get away with something like that. No one would see you. I'm just saying, I mean, that shit happens all the time. I think that it doesn't happen all the time, but it could, is my point. That is a very underrated kill that I would love to play around with in my own movie. Like, the same idea, like, here's early morning in a suburb, let's start killing people. It's like, ooh, that's spooky. That's not a time of day you usually see people get killed, or a setting where people get killed either. So I'm totally with you on this, Luddy. I think that scene is so underrated. I think it works very well. I don't think anyone would have seen Ghostface either. Everyone's at work. Think about people who live in the suburbs. They all got 9 to 5s, most likely, 9 times out of 10. So I don't know. For me, works very well. I love that sequence. It's scary as fuck. Really well done. Luddy, thanks for the $5 though, man. I really do appreciate that. Jordan Talks Films is throwing $5 out there. Jordan, thanks for the support, man. I really appreciate you. Yeah, it's like the Friday the 13th, 2009 when Jason swings the machine. Oh my God, yes, this is the same thing. And the girl survived after the title card. Yes, yeah, no, it's 100%, dude. Yes, Jordan, great point. Excellent point. It's the same thing. The girl lives. You find out later on she's alive after getting a machete to the face. It's like, what happened there? This is just a pet peeve of mine. I'm just being so, I'm being very picky, but I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of, I agree with Jordan. I agree with Jordan. I agree with the idea. I just don't know. I would have just rather this character, it would have been just as effective if this character was laying there about to die and it cuts the title card. That's just as dramatic to me. And I think so many horror movies, especially slashers, want to push it. They want to make like every scene high octane and explosive. But sometimes you should just revel in the dark thing that's happening on screen. Sometimes something really awful is happening and we blow past it or we don't think about it in movies. Something I loved about when we were doing Red Right Hand is we wrote in the idea that Dean, one of the characters in that movie, was a red herring. And his girlfriend, before she dies, thinks that's who's killing her. And it's like, whoa, that's a really dark moment that you might totally miss about the film. But it's something I really appreciate and kind of was like, oh, that's a nice moment. It's like, oh, the last thing, her last words that come out of her mouth is, Dean, please no, or whatever. Like, she thinks it's her boyfriend killing her. It's like, oh, that's so sad. And it's not. Like, that, spoiler alert, it's not. I think that's upsetting. I love moments like that. You got those little tiny subtle moments like that are very important to horror films. Everything nowadays is high octane. It's in your face. It's bloody, cutting guts. Ooh, but you keep doing that, it's gonna lose its luster. You gotta give me different moments sprinkled out throughout, different ways to scare people. You can't be doing the same thing over and over and over again. This ain't no Rob Zombie Halloween where we're just constant blood, torture, people dying, everybody sucks. It doesn't work. It's too much. So I'm with you, Jordan. Yes, subtle moments, very important stuff. Thanks for the $5 again, Jordan, though. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. Oscar's making a good point, too. Casey Becker saw her own boyfriend. Well, she saw her own boyfriend die outside. That's a dark moment. And they don't breeze past that either. They spend, a good minute on that. I like that. I like that shit. I vibe with it. That's a good sequence. That opening scene's fantastic. Yaz Murr, what's up, Yaz? What's up? Welcome in. I really like the Friday remake. Oh, I do too. Don't get me wrong. I have that criticism about the opening, but love it. But I feel like I could be wrong. It's been a minute since I saw it. There weren't enough kills for a slasher film. Ooh. Yaz, I personally, I feel like there was enough kills. The opening scene is almost like a short film in and of itself. You get like six or 7 deaths. Ooh, yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it too. Very good stuff. Very, very fun stuff. I really enjoy it. That's one that I also need to do a rewatch on because it's been a minute since I've seen any of the Friday films. I remember I binged them like right before I started this page, so I was like super fresh on them. And then I've seen a few like just in passing here and there since I started this page, but like I honestly haven't seen that remake in a minute. The last time I watched it was last year on a Friday the 13th, and I can't remember when that was, but I was like, oh, that's a Friday I just personally love. It's one of my favorites. So I put that one on a lot. Whenever it's like Friday the 13th, it's like, oh, you got to watch a Friday movie, The last Friday movie I watched was part 6 though, to do a rewatch of that right before Never Hike Alone 2 came out. God, that, I shit on that movie sometimes. I feel like I've expressed in the past, I'm like, I feel like part 6 is a little overrated. It's great. That opening, the first half of it is phenomenal. Like 10 out of 10, wouldn't change a thing about it. I love it. I do, I have a Scream 6 criticism about Jason Lives. I feel like the ending kind of loses what I loved about the first half. That's my thing. I still love it though. It's still one of the best Friday movies without a doubt. It's still really great. But the Friday remake, also badass. I enjoy it. Give it another watch, my friend Yaz. It's good stuff. It's a good one. It's got some pretty gnarly kills in it. The arrow kill is underrated. Very under. I've always felt like that was like really dark and fucked up. Guy's driving the boat and he gets an arrow through the eye. It's like, ooh, that sucks. Like I would hate to be the person in the water when that happened. That would be scary. Shit. Love it. Jason is saying, I'm going through some holiday blues. Glad you're live streaming. I'm sorry, Jason. This is a time of year where seasonal depression does go up, I will say. So, watch your friends. Check on your friends. Check on the people that you haven't talked to in a while. That's a note I'm making for myself too right now. Hit up your buddies. Seriously, if you're doing something I do every year is like if someone we know like doesn't have somewhere to go on Christmas or whatever, we invite them over here. We actually didn't this year, but a couple of Thanksgivings ago we had a bunch of like basically strangers over to our house for Thanksgiving, and yeah, it was wonderful. It was a great time, and some people just will appreciate something like that. There's a lot of people out there that get stressed out when it comes to like Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner or whatever. They're like, oh, I don't maybe you don't want to be around your family for whatever reason, but I promise you that invite is gonna mean the world to some people. So reach out to friends. Here's the thing we should normalize as a society, words. Have people over for Christmas, for holidays, for whatever you do. Have them over. Just invite friends. I don't understand why that's a weird thing. Like, why is that weird? Have your friends over for Christmas. Do it. It means a lot to people. It really does. I know if I had nobody, it would mean a lot to me. So something to think about. What else do we got going on? Barb is making a good point. Jason, you're in good company, my friend. We're all in this together. We love you, man, and we're glad you're here. So thank you. Thanks for being here. The Green Gaze is saying you should light a cigarette on stream. I don't smoke. I'm not a smoker. I'm cutting back on. I have cut back a lot on my alcohol consumption as well. I'm not much of a drinker these days. I was a couple of years ago, but I'm not these days really. I'm really been trying to lay off of the vices. It's tough. It really is tough. But like I said, I'm trying to get back. I'm trying to get back in shape and all that. And it's better for you and all that. But it's fun too, nonetheless. No judgment. No judgment at all. I like to have a couple of beers every now and then. It's a fun time. Dan the man, what's up, dog? How's it going, Dan? Heck yes, Scream 7 can be salvaged. I like the positivity, Dan. Let's see where this is going. Have the core force, Sydney and Kirby, now replacing the sisters. Okay. Team up with the Lockwoods. The Lakewood Six. I see what you're saying. To stop Stu and his cult, end it all Endgame style. I mean, that's, in the realm of possibility, for sure. I will say, Dan the man. And a point I keep making, but I do feel like it's important to recognize, is, Sidney Prescott. This is a character we would all love to see in Scream 7. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I would do anything to get another Sydney-focused Scream movie. I love Screams 1 through 4 a lot. And to get another one of those would be really cool. But with Sidney Prescott, with Neve Campbell, she got, kind of screwed over by the studio with Scream 6. She was supposed to be in that film. She got lowballed. She wasn't super happy about that. Now, Jenna Ortega, the same thing has happened to her. So I feel like out of like a weird sort of solidarity, Neve Campbell will say no as well, because she's, she wasn't super crazy about what happened with 6, and she was very understanding why all those people still signed on to make it. I'm not, no shade towards anybody who was in Scream 6, because I really do love a lot of these people. But Neve has expressed, she's like, I don't hate that film at all. I have no negative connotations towards the people who are in it. I believe Melissa Barrera has even expressed some very positive things about Neve Campbell post that decision when that news broke. So I don't think there's any hard feelings between any of these people. But for me personally, I feel like if Neve Campbell's seeing this, they lowballed some of the new people. She's also going to be like, well, you know what? I kind of don't feel like I want to be involved. I kind of don't want to be involved anymore with this. That would suck. So I don't know. I that's kind of where my mind is. I don't speak for Neve Campbell, obviously. I don't know what she's thinking. I'm just thinking, like, based off of the events that we do know that are public knowledge, this is maybe something she would come down to. Rumor has it she said no, but once again, that's a rumor. It's not true until it's actually true, as they say. Hayden Panettiere absolutely could come back. A big running theory, one that my buddy in the chat was talking about, Jason Carpenter, was saying Kirby could be the focus of a film, and I say why not? Is what I'm all about. So I think that would work. They've set up a lot with Kirby's character to be the focal point of it. That could be in the cards. And Stu coming back, you guys know how I feel about it. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibilities. I think it could happen. It would bring people to the theater. People would check it out, love it or hate it. So I don't know. As much as I don't know how I feel about it, I know it would make people happy. So for that, I'm on the Stu train. But making people happy, that's the business I like to be in. Oscar is saying, I personally feel like when it comes to Sydney and the Carpenter sisters, we should just let a few years pass until we see them again. I've heard a lot of people say things like, I don't even disagree with this, but it's a tough situation, right? It's not so black and white as people think. Sidney Prescott coming back, there's just no tension because we know they're not going to kill her. This has been a big criticism of bringing Sidney back for a Scream film. And I agree, but I think that there's ways to build tension without Sidney being in the scene. And the biggest thing is keep your Sidney chase scenes to a minimum, which some people are going to disagree with, but I promise you there's no tension there anymore. There was back in Scream 2. There's just not anymore. Have the chase and kill scenes be other characters, but have the main target be Sidney Prescott, who's constantly getting out of the situation for whatever reason. You can write that movie. You can make that happen with tension and suspense and tell one last Sidney story. It's possible. It's not going to be easy, but it's possible, I guess is my point. So yes. But I'm kind of with you. I feel like we should wait a couple of years, maybe see a different studio do it. That's the best case scenario, I feel. And I would love to see all the characters back again. That would be great. That would be a best case scenario, and we hope it happens. But who knows? Who knows what the fuck's going to happen? Barb has been a member for 6 months. Thank you so much, Barb. I really appreciate your support over here. Thank you. 6 whole months. That's crazy. We love it. Hashtag Stu lives, and I'm so happy you're on the Stu train. Yes, if you did not see Craven Something Scary's birthday stream, I have officially announced I'm on the Stu train. I just want to see people happy. That's what I want to see at this point. I kind of feel as if that Scream 7 is going downhill as of right now. And if they were to, fish out a cash grab where it's like, hey, let's get Matthew Lillard back, people will come and see it. I know that in my heart, it will make people happy. Halloween Ends did not make me happy, but did it make a lot of other people happy? Yes. That's what I will say. So I don't know. Me personally, I'm on where I'm at with Scream 7 is I don't think it's going to make me happy at this point. I don't think I'm going to personally like it. But if it can make my friends happy, it'll make me happy. So that's the next best thing, in my opinion. Run it. Let's make it happen. So let's see it. Whatever it's gonna be, make it happen. Luddy Network's throwing $5 out there saying, if you haven't seen Jake's video on Mindy's evolution or the lack of it, I might flip your kitchen table over and burn your Fruit Loops. Watch it. You don't want that to happen, ladies and gentlemen. Fruit Loops are really fucking good. I hate to be full of myself, but this is one of my favorite videos I've ever posted on this page. I did a video talking about the evolution of the Randy characters in Screams 1 through 6 and why I feel that Randy really works, where the way they've specifically wrote Mindy's character is almost like ignoring the Randy arc. And I feel like it's not, that's why it's not working for some people. This video comes from the fact that in a lot of streams, I see people complaining about this character. And I kind of thought to myself, I'm like, why? Why do people hate Mindy so much? She never really stood out in a good or bad way to me in Screams 5 and 6, just my personal opinion. And then I watched the movies closer, 5 and 6. And I was taking notes. I was focusing in on her character, how they decided to, portray her character. And the thing I noticed was they just, in Scream 6, they're just like, yeah, no, we're not going to do anything with her character. And they set that up from the get-go with her character. The first thing they do with Mindy is they introduce us to her girlfriend, which Annika's a great character, don't get me wrong. Really, that's the best thing they've done with Mindy, is have that relationship and then rip it apart. It's like, oh, that's emotional. That's great. That elicits emotions. Nice. My problem with it is when they introduce Mindy's character, Devin Nakata's character is just like, oh, does that bother you that person has a ghost face mask? Like, is that an issue? She says, nope, doesn't bother me at all. What? If you're writing a script and you decide that you don't want to make your character interesting, this is what you do, is have them say no. It's almost like in improv. Like when you're doing improv and you say no, there's a reason why you're not supposed to say no in improv. It's because it's more interesting when you say yes or allude to the idea of a yes, right? So like if someone says to you, there's blood on your shirt, Jake, be like, it's not my blood. Oh, that makes it interesting. That was a yes, and we continued it, right? That was fascinating. Mindy just says no. Nope, doesn't bother me. Don't worry about me. I'm just chilling. I'm a chill lad. I'm not gonna have any character arc in this movie. And she doesn't. She doesn't have a character arc. The only thing that goes on with Mindy in Scream 6 is she loses her girlfriend, and that's upsetting. But that's it. Like after that point, Mindy is a very milquetoast character, and that's kind of my issue with it. Randy evolves big time from Scream 1 to 2, and it leads to his death. Like, in my opinion, the reason Randy dies is because his character changes so much from 1 to 2. He's cocky. He's confident in Scream 2. He's wearing different clothes, which you'll notice, which is very important to the evolution of his character. Mindy, not so much. She constantly thinks, you know what, I'm going to stop talking. Watch the video. Luddy, thanks for the $5, man. I explained it much better in the video versus off the cuff here. So Luddy's also saying we want to see you happy. Luddy, you guys make me so happy. You don't even know. You guys constantly crack me up and entertain me. I know that some people say, that I'm entertaining you. Trust me, you're also entertaining me back. So I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Absolutely. All the love. We appreciate it. Yes, and are you talking about Mindy? Like my criticism of her not having a character arc? I don't know what to tell you. I wish she had an arc. In 5, they introduced the character, whatever. Didn't have enough time to do that, but Ratty Patty, I 100% agree. Annika has so much charisma in her 15 minutes of screen time. I couldn't agree more. Annika's a very underrated character. The more I watch 6, the more I really like this character. And I feel like her and Mindy play off of each other really well. And as much as I am going to disagree with what's about to come out of my mouth, her death is very powerful, but I almost wish Annika was there the entire movie because Mindy is simply a better character when she's playing off of Annika. But I don't know. Oh, yes, and is what they say in improv. You're right. You're so right. You're right. You don't want to say no. You want to do yes and. Yes, right. You're so right. My bad. But yes, Annika's a great character. I don't know. I really love her. I love the chemistry that her and Mindy have. It makes for a very emotional sequence when she dies viciously on screen. It's like, ooh, oh my God. It's really fucked up. We love it. Great stuff. Excellent. Very excellent writing there. VKD is saying Stu was a pussy ass wet rag and Billy Loomis. What the fuck? Love it. Some more great lines there. Jeepers Creepers movies have the Jaws trajectory. 1 great, 2 okay, 3 bad, 4 atrocious. I never thought about that. Yeah, you're right. yeah, you're pretty right about that. I have a soft spot for Jeepers Creepers 2, though. Saw that one as a kid. That opening scene fucked me up. I don't think anything scared me more than the opening scene of Jeepers Creepers 2 when I was a child. God damn. I still remember seeing that on like Sci-Fi for the first time, and I was just like this child like running into the kitchen being like, Mom, am I gonna die if I go out in a cornfield? Dear God. Whew. Jordan, I think I'm with you, man. Thanks for the $2. I'm gonna get some sleep as well. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. You guys are all fantastic. I don't even know what to say. I'm so thankful for the support tonight. So many of you gifted memberships and threw some super chats out there. Thank you. I don't know what to say. What I will, here's what I'll say. For the rest of the year, I promise, for the rest of December, I'm going to make some badass fucking videos, and I hope you're gonna like them. I'm gonna work even harder than I have for you guys because y'all are so fantastic. Thank you. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you all. You guys are fantastic. And Devin just joined in, so I do want to answer this real quick. If they reboot it, it should be a year after New York in another city to people who saw the news. Ghostface can be anyone. If the motive supports a great plot and backstory, we all would believe. Thoughts? Yeah, I mean that can like I've said this before. I'll say it again. A reboot absolutely can work without a doubt. Like I have no doubt in my mind that a reboot can work. I'm upset that it's happening under these circumstances, though. I think that it sucks that we're rebooting it now when we're kind of in the middle of a story. And, some people will be like, 6 is kind of the end to the Carpenter story. It is. It does. It works. It works as that. But I do feel like they were kind of setting up something bigger for Scream 7 to, have Sidney come back and all that. So I don't know. I was kind of hoping for more from that story, but you're right. They could reboot Scream. I think this is a very malleable franchise that can be applied to many different situations and characters as long as they write it well. So no, Devin, I agree. I think that a reboot can work. It matters who's behind it, though. It matters if the right people take care of it with the right amount of respect and care, for sure. And Ty Lee's throwing $2 out there again. Ty, thank you. Saying, Jake, you should do another bracket and versus ranking stream. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. That's going to be a big thing I plan for this year. Let's do top 16 movies of the year. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do that before the end of the year. I'm tied just because of this. I'm planning it. We're making it happen. Top 16 movies of the year. I'm going to find like the highest rated horror films of 2023, and we're going to put them on a bracket. I'm with that. I'm with that, Ty. Run it. Let's run it. We're going to make that happen. Top 16 movies. It's coming up. I'm going to set that stream up real soon. We'll get Darjan on there. I know a lot of you guys like Darjan. He's awesome. We'll get Darjan on that stream. I'll make him do it. I don't care if he's busy right now. We're making it happen. Ty, thanks for the $2, man. A versus stream is coming up. It's coming. We're going to do it at the end of the year. Okay, I'm actually getting off. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight again, and thank you for the support. I don't even know what to say. Y'all have basically made my month with the support tonight, and I'm really thankful for it. I'm so glad I get to do this every single day. You guys you guys have made my life. Like, I'm not even kidding. The past 4 years have been the best of my entire life, and it's been so much fun. So I'm very, very, very excited for what's to come in the future. We have so much to talk about horror-wise and so many 2024 releases to cover, baby. So this shit ain't stopping anytime soon. Thanks for all the love. Absolutely love you guys so much. We're going to have some more fun streams in the future and later this week. So, as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all. Peace out, loves, hugs, and kisses.